And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 344. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we have no topics for you guys tonight because I had a really, I would say, interesting early morning when I woke up to go to work actually earlier today, and I was completely depleted of energy by the time I got home. Then I woke up just in time to do my one-on-one that I had with Mr. Bug, which was pretty interesting. Then after that, I ordered some food on DoorDash because I was too lazy to cook anything, and pretty much just ate some food and then waited until the time to start the show, actually. And our featured guests tonight are Wurren and Allomar Nexus. So you guys remember Wurren? He's been a long time person around the channel. He was on the Nightwing podcast a long time ago. He was on the Cloud9 podcast a lot. You know, he's been around the block a few times, as they say, but he wanted to come back to the show and grace me with his presence. And Allomar Nexus is actually in Thailand. He's not around ladyboys, and Thailand is not where I go to vacation at all. I would never go there. So, you know, that's how you don't end up finding a wife. That's how you end up getting fucking AIDS or some shit, doing all that. So, you know, it looks like we're in a good spot in the world, you know? And what's crazy about Allomar is it rains around him apparently every like 2 or 5 minutes. Good Lord. So he's just, do you even know what life is without the rain anymore, dude, at this point?
No, it's rain is the world taking a shower every day, twice a day.
It's most like, someone said it's God crying or it's God just peeing on us. You never know, actually. You never know. So, yeah, overall, I think I had a pretty tiring day. You know, it's been crazy having my extra day of work back where I have to work mornings again, but I love working mornings, so it's fine. I have Monday and Fridays off now, which is good. I have a day off at the beginning part of the week and the end part of the week. Awesome. And content here is going pretty good. We're almost to episode 350. No celebrations. No, nothing to celebrate. We are only going to be celebrating probably at like episode 500. Who knows what we're going to do? Who knows? Maybe I might just bring my wife on stream and we just have sex in front of all you guys. Who knows? It's crazy here. Then again, it would be just me having
sure we all know.
air. Good Lord. So we'll do intros really quickly and then we'll just start talking like dudes. You know, well, Wurren might be overdosed on, I don't even know what he's taking, crack pills or something, you know, supplements.
You're an idiot.
Actually. Wurren,
at a point,
you had sex with that girl last night. How did it go, dude? Did you blow her back out?
First off, hi everyone. Don't pay attention to MSK. This guy's a fool. I don't know how he's been making it. I swear to God, I swear he has like snipers on people. That's the only reason they come on the show. Everything's going good. Just been working for a mouse with a house, if you know who that is, and they've been doing dumb stuff here and there, but whatever. Yeah, nothing much. Been watching World Championship as well. I'm sure you've been watching it.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good, and been watching mostly LEC over all the others. So other than that, keeping up with some movies here and there. Just life's been busier than normal as you get older. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, nice to meet all of you. Lunch and Allomar. I've used to be with Gray on a different show, so me and him are familiar. So yeah, that's about it.
Wait, you know that clout chaser, Gray Poupée?
Yeah, we were on a better show before.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Well, it's nice to see Wurren doing pretty good. Now we have a Wurren and a Wurren. How is this gonna work?
Just call me Lunchbox.
No, I call him Black Wurren and you're White Wurren.
It's Wurren. You see the Wurren.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes. Oh, awesome. So, Gray, how are you doing tonight, man? How was your day so far?
It's okay. What can I say? Nothing too bad so far. This is definitely the worst part of my day. But other than that, everything's good. Excited to be here. I'm coping in many ways.
Really interesting. All right, Lunchbox Wurren, he's here. He's not. He's the white one we have. How was your day, man, so far? Was work tiring actually?
I didn't work today, so I just did 3 pages for my comic book. So it was a good day.
It's awesome. Yep. EVS was spurring out about people. That's what he did instead of finishing his 5-year late comic books. Actually,
That's what he always does. So who's he spurring out on now?
Oh my god, you guys don't even know the half of it. This guy is so retarded and fat and ugly that it just makes my brain explode upon talking about him. So many goats on this panel and Mac. What? Oh my god. Also, Allomar Nexus, he's here for the first time. How you doing, man? You look like a gangster from an Eminem rap video or something. Oh my god.
I was trying to aim to look young.
You are young. You're like 40 years old.
40 is young.
In America, yes, that's considered young. You're only considered old here if you're like 50. When you're 50, that's when you start getting to that old territory. So you're technically a DILF, honestly. You know?
How old are you, Mac?
I'm 30.
I thought it was like product in your head.
No!
Still wet from the womb.
No! I am someone who's been around the block a few times. I've been through the wars of the black people's community, actually.
And worked on the corner.
No, I haven't, because that is I did not suck any dick on the corner. I did never do that. You know, it's crazy how Usher had a song called Confessions Part 2, but we never got the third sequel to that song, which is Usher Confessions Part 3. Diddy Did It. We never got Part 3.
Well, you never suck dick on the corner. You take the client to the alleyway and you do it there. So,
oh shit! So
MSK knows.
yeah, it's been a hell of a year so far, but we're going to be getting into the Winter of Gray. What does the Winter of Gray have to, open us up to? Because Gracie was going to be like, I'm going to come back and do content, guys. It's going to be better than MSK's, which is obviously not true, but he's trying.
It's true. Currently, you can watch a better panel show every week over on the last panel. We went ahead and launched that show recently, but yeah, there's going to be more content soon. New strategies. It's going to be fulfillment this winter. So good times. What about you, MSK? Are you going to take this more seriously in the Winter of Gray?
Me taking a show seriously? I just like having conversations. That's what I usually thrive in. So, you know how we were talking about the movie?
You define thrive.
Okay, he's trying to gaslight me. So, do you remember when we were talking about
gaslight?
Can you define blowing it out my ass?
Pretty much what you're doing right now. So you're saying something about movies, sir?
Yes. Oh God, nope, I can't do it. Someone's jumping off a cliff tonight. If you're a fan of this team, actually, but nevertheless, so when we had the video that we did about the movie industry Monday, remember how you said Predator Badlands was going to come out and you thought it was going to do pretty well, at least opening weekend wise? Apparently,
it was estimated to. They bumped it up from 35 million to 45 million, but apparently they're revising that now. So, did you see what they bumped it back down to?
Isn't it like 30 million now? They might think it'll open to.
That sucks. I was really hoping for better. It seemed like there was some buzz for that, and most people are kind of giving relatively positive reviews on it. So I'm excited. I know I want to see it this weekend.
Did you see the Grace Randolph drama she stirred up with the movie?
I choose to avoid anything with Grace Randolph in it. But what was it this time?
Oh, my honey, Grace Randolph, my boo thing, my wife, my big ass white girl that I love to put my face in. She acting all retarded. I'm not kidding. This is about as stupid as when she said when she thought that James Gunn used real animals on the set of the Suicide Squad back in 2021. Remember, she legit said she thought that James Gunn used actual animals to murder on the set of Suicide Squad. The movie that came out.
The weasel looked pretty convincing.
It did. But
isn't he like 6 foot tall?
Oh God, Grace Randolph.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. It's crazy because her content, I don't know why people like it. She is one of those people where I'm just always like thinking, how in the hell did you ever get an audience? It has to be just because she's a woman. I'm going to say that's misogynist, and I don't care. Fuck women. But what does she offer as far as movie commentary? Her voice is disgusting. She sounds retarded.
You gotta
Other than just,
remember,
go ahead, Warren.
she's just been around. It's like she's just been around long. So when you're around long, I didn't mean to interrupt you, by the way.
You're good, man. Go ahead.
No,
when
no,
you've
you
been
should. It's
a-
much smarter.
Oh, goodness gracious.
when you've
Oh,
been
Warren
around,
dropped out of the show. Oh, my God.
when you just been around long, like kind of like Netflix, but at least Netflix still try to get good content on their platform. You already have a fan base, so people are just gonna know about her. So she's just relevant because people know her. I don't think she's that great anymore. There's better people that have supersede her. But I mean, first of all, she needs to just cut the makeup because she looks like Casper on crack. But that's just me.
Oh, no, dude. That makeup is holding up her face for dear life. That shit probably looks like a horror movie if she had wearing makeup. Like, think about how disgusting Michael Myers looked after he got burnt at the end of Halloween Resurrection. I'm talking like that. It looked pretty bad. Like, oh, because that thing you just brought up, she basically has, what's that old saying when it comes to like entertainment? First homeowner, first movers position. She essentially has been here just as long as Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman, so she kind of has like first,
Grandfather.
yeah. So she got a lot of subscribers with the old YouTube system. I watched some of her reviews. I remember one time she said that Wonder Woman 84, which ended up being a horrible movie, she said that was going to be a Flashpoint prequel movie. I was like, what? Just I legit don't know why anyone will watch her stuff. I don't know what she brings to the table outside of just I'm a very
MSK.
unattractive woman.
MSK. Those in glass houses. Again, like, what do you bring to the table? You mentioned her annoying voice. You got that covered.
Okay. Not true.
You mentioned her looks. I don't know, man. I guess it could take a certain type, but I don't know. And then you mentioned the way that she sounds. I think you said special needs. Dude, you're describing yourself at this point. I don't know, man. What insight do you bring to your movie criticism?
So I have quality analysis. I am both objective and subjective. Okay. I actually go in depth into all of my thought process, even if you guys don't like it. I always go in massive depth to see like, okay, where could I get this thought process at? Where could I get this thought process at? You know, and then I try to bring my own layers to it. So speaking of Gray simping for Grace Randolph, Gray, she will not have sex with you. You know that, right?
Okay, I'm cool with that.
To be fair, I think we're all cool with that. I don't think any of us would want to tap that. I mean, I probably would. I'm just a desperate fucking black guy. But that's the problem. If me and her have sex, she's gonna like it so much she calls me back every day for more. You know?
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Fucking hell.
She'll never call you. Stop.
Are you saying she has standards? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying she has standards? Oh my God.
I don't think. Do you want to be the next on Jonathan Majors?
Oh God. Okay. So she had a tweet where she was like, Predator Badlands sequel. I think she got a chance to see it earlier or whatever. And he said, I see the incel brigade is coming out in full force against Predator Badlands. They must be upset he has a girlfriend.
Isn't that like a robot or something?
It is.
Yes,
It's one of the
Yeah.
synthetics.
Yeah.
That's one of those gendered robots. The new ones.
So this was the first tweet that kind of kicked it off where she said, it is blowing my mind. Anyone has a problem with a potential romance between a predator and a synthetic when not one Marvel fan
on.
complained about Wanda and Vision in the comics or the movies. But then again, it wasn't popular to be a hater then. Hashtag Predator Badlands. All right, so just this first part. It was always popular to be a hater. Being a hater has existed forever. That's not just a new thing. If you think that, you're fucking stupid. Just good Lord, women should not be given opinions at all. Just for the general sake of it. What kind of stupid thing is that?
I've always been against ever since I could know about the Avengers. I've always like legitimately even asked my friends who have one of my friends, he has really good comment. I was like, how does, and this is like me, like pre-college, seems like, where does Vision put it in? Like, I'm trying to really think about, like, how does this man have, intercourse? Like, if you had to break it down, not trying to do it the MSK way. It's like, how do they have a relationship so on a legitimate level? So it doesn't make sense to me unless she would able to use magic to make his body real, which she could in a sense, since Wanda is, of course, the writers can make her one day get rid of mutants, the next day make the whole world disappear. So who knows? But I just think it's really weird that relationship between Wanda and Vision. So I mean, I kind of get it, but like, nobody's caring about. I'm sure no one went in there like, hi, a synthetic and a predator. Like, they're looking there for the action and the guts. Nobody cares about this. Like, who cares? Like, I know I don't care. I'm sure you guys don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know what this.
Two issues with the
yeah.
tweet. Sorry, MSK. Smarter people are talking now.
Oh, okay. All
but
right.
yeah, I mean, two things. Like, I'm not sure that it's the same audience that's going to go to go to Marvel movies and actually gives a shit about Wanda or Vision's romance there and the Predator movies. To me, that seems like they could possibly be two different audiences, and it's something completely different. But MSK is proof that someone that's a hater doesn't necessarily have to be popular. I'm just saying, like, her argument is kind of flawed from a few different angles. But yeah, I mean, to me, with the Wanda thing, it kind of makes sense. You always have the magic out, but also robot. I mean, come on, love robots are going to be a thing. And the Predator one, it's the near future. So again, I think love robots going to make a thing. Who doesn't
Well, there's
want
a whole
robot
category on Pornhub about chicks having sex with different kinds of fuck machines. So it's
Really?
not like
Yeah.
this one can like make her coffee and talk to her about her feelings. So Vision was just like a giant dildo to her.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Also, it feels like she's trying to drum up controversy for the movie so more people potentially go and see it. Now, I don't know if these kind of people have that effect where you can do that, but if I'm watching a Predator movie, the very last thing on my mind is romance between
Women?
a Predator character and a human. Like, even in Alien versus Predator, remember that first movie? Even when that Predator was teaming up with that black lady at the very end, there was no romantic tension at all between them.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, like, so nobody goes to these movies and being like, well, I want to have my Predator with dreadlocks pound out my white girl. Like, no one thinks that. There's certain franchises you just go to and expect certain things to happen. Now, people have said, is that kind of stale? Well, it just depends if they evolve that formula or they take it into a different direction. Most of the time, when they have taken things into a different direction, hasn't really turned out that good. But like, just because something is like expected doesn't mean you have to do it the same. But if I was, keep in mind, I haven't watched a Predator movie since like fucking the Predator, the 2018 one. I have to watch Prey. And is this a new one, or is that anthology one next?
No, the anthology already came out.
Okay, so I have to watch.
What are you talking about? Like, continuity wise?
Yes.
Yeah, that already. Well, that takes place in a bunch of different time frames. One of those is the original Predator encounter, but
oh, you're right.
Yeah, you should definitely check out Prey. It's Dan Trachtenberg's other one. It is going to be like the predecessor to this, and then Predator. What is it? King of Kings or something like that. Whatever the animated one was called, it has a direct lead up to this. So it'd be worth seeing, but apparently you can go in blind.
Yeah, so I don't know. Grace Randolph is such a moron. Like, I don't even believe this is real. I think she thought of this was going on in her head and they just made it up,
Well, I don't know. I watched all the trailers. I'm excited for the movie. I have not seen anything that would indicate to me that they have a romance. It looks like a Wayland Corp android, and it looks like even the other ones that I thought was possibly him fighting humans. They had that newest trailer where it shows him kind of cutting up this like SWAT team of what looks to be humans. They're all synthetics. They all have the white blood. So
that's the thing that kind of scared me is I heard it was PG-13, but I think that's the reason. Apparently, it isn't less violent. There's just not a lot of human.
I don't think there's any actual real humans in the movie. It's all going to be either synths
Yeah.
or predators. So you can have them kill animals all day, and as long as they're space animals, it'll be PG-13. So yeah, I don't know. To me, I see a bunch of people talking shit about woke stuff without ever seeing the movie. And now I see kind of Grace Randolph acting as if one person she might have read in the dark edges of Twitter said some stupid idea about it being a romance. And then now she's trying to make clickbait out of it,
Engagement
which
tweets,
she did because everyone started clicking on it, because that's how you get traction on Twitter or YouTube or in this industry, is you say stupid shit that gets people angry that doesn't make any sense, and
Then why
then
doesn't it
they
work
all
for
start
me?
clicking on it. Huh?
Why doesn't it work
It
for
obviously
me?
works on you because our entire show has been on her stupid ass tweet on someone that we don't even care about. So
Then again, she's white.
No,
If it
no.
ain't white, it ain't
I think
right.
what MSK was saying, MSK, if you don't mind, I think what MSK was trying to say was he says stupid shit all the time that makes people angry. Why isn't he popular?
Right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That okay,
Yeah.
I see.
And also,
And it's because there's justice in the world.
hey, I
Well, you
will say
got to
this.
be good at it. You just can't go out there and say something dumb. You got to be clever with how you say your dumb thing, and enough to get enough people pissed off to get your traction.
So some of the comments were, why are people hating on Predator Badlands? I'm surprised to hear this. There's not enough people hating on it. They haven't even seen it yet. It doesn't come out until like tomorrow, right? Unless you're in like Europe or that kind of territory. It probably already came out, but said to make money. Yikes, tracking to make 23 million to 32 million, mostly positive reviews, but just not sold. I can't get past the new Predator look. I can't unsee what it looks like. So I might have a different opinion on that Predator look. Those Predators have, I don't understand. Predators.
Are you going to talk about his hair?
No.
Do you
He's
think
a
you can
young-
talk about somebody else's
He's
hair?
a young predator. So
No,
I don't.
it's
I
not
also
that
don't
for me.
understand everyone getting all weird about this. He's a young. They show a mature predator, and he looks all badass with like the dreads and all the gear and everything.
Yeah.
He's a young predator. He doesn't have any gear, so it's like people just need to fucking relax. We can never have anything good if we're just gonna freak out over all of the stupid shit to get clicks.
You know
It's
what this
so freaking dumb.
this
Yeah, it's
reminds
also
me.
to do with the mouth, yeah. Like
kind of
half the mouth is missing.
This kind of reminds me of like how now, and I know I might get some flack for this, but bear with me. It's kind of like how now some people appreciate the prequels because they got for Star Wars like one, because this like you're getting a younger Predator. We've never really seen one, right? Even in the movie with Danny Glover, when the Predators, they were all big and beefy and all that stuff. So again, people are very nitpicky. I've noticed with movies over the last like 5 years, it seems like viewers want a lot of instant gratification, and they want something. If they saw something before, if it doesn't look like how they want it, they're gonna nitpick until their friend, their homegirl, will be like, "Yo, this movie was really good," and then all of a sudden, the same Chael goes like, you know what? It's actually a great movie. That look was really nice. It's like they turncoat so quick, and it's so funny. It's like it's like living Benedict Arnold's on when they complain about movies. It's like one minute they hate it, the next minute they love it. So to me, this is just like a empty statement. To be quite honest, people should just really give something a shot. As much as I don't want to agree with her, she's right. You got to give the movie a shot before you make a complaint. So
And the thing I was gonna say about the Predator look is like, I don't know if you know what this species is, but this species isn't known for its great looks. You know how like some species of like aliens and whatever they're fucking called in movies and television are known for like deceiving people? Well, guys, predators are ugly as fuck. These things look hideous. Like when people said, "Oh my god, the predator looks ugly." Every predator looks ugly. Not a single predator. If you think predators are attractive, I think you need to go and check yourself into an insane asylum, because those things are
Again,
disgusting.
glass houses.
You
Come
know.
on, MSK.
That would be huge for a Predator movie. You should give it a shot. Also, the thing that Warren said too, I'm not even saying you have to go watch any movie, but I will say if you want to have an opinion about a movie that you want to talk about, I would advise you watch the movie. Otherwise, you would just come off as being insanely disingenuous. You know, because there's people that'll say, if you saw a trailer and you said, oh, it's bad, the first impression of the trailer gave you that impression. That's fine. That's what trailers are supposed to do. If a trailer does not convince you to watch a movie, that's fine. But you are doing the whole argument of like judging a book by its cover, right? Now, then again, I always look at it like this. There's bad trailers and great movies and good trailers and bad movies. This is how it works, I like the series for the most part, barring its up and downs that I've had. I have to watch Prey and the other anthology one, but that's pretty much what I got to catch up on before I watch this one. But, I always tell people that if you're going to talk about movies the way that she does, even if you disagree with her, well, I would advise you watch the movie. And if who knows, might even agree with her.
Don't make me bring up Glass Houses again. You talk about shit you haven't seen all the time.
Which one?
Everything. You've seen nothing. The last movie you went to was like Superman.
That was Fantastic Four, actually. But I'm not talking about what's in the movies. I'm talking about the overall, like, how much money it's made. That doesn't need me to watch the movie. That's talking about how much it made financially, right? I didn't say
your opinions and your MSK math go far beyond, your opinion.
Cry about it, bitch. That's what you do.
Oh, I agree with Eric July, actually. Let's see. Yeah, Girlfriend. I swear the Predator franchise has gone downhill where the writers can't stay true to the original concept. Women with daddy issues shouldn't make content that is intended for a man. You clearly are so self-important. What the fuck? Yes, when I watched Predator for the first time, my thoughts as Dylan screamed with terror after his arm was shot off were, it's a shame they didn't give this creature a friend instead. It just looks bad. Another soulless 2020 production line movie that anyone can make. Are you single and childless? No, she's both. No one's tapping that. No one is sitting here being like, damn, I'm going to go sleep with Grace Randolph for the purpose of having kids, because you would just bang that bitch out knowing she has dried up eggs and then you leave, honestly, So
did that sentence make sense to you, like in your head?
Damn did. So
Damn did.
Oh God. So I don't know, boys, what we're gonna do here when we have sex with girls, but don't have sex with that. Nobody with half a brain would sleep with her. We have to find that Twitter account. I find retards. We have to get him on the show. There's a legit Twitter account called I Find Retards. Great account. Great account.
Find you out of curiosity?
Probably not, because I'm a genius, actually.
So you found them.
Are you going to go see Predator Badlands, Gray?
Oh yeah. Yes, actually, date night Friday night with my wife. We're looking forward to it, man.
With your
we
wife.
Actually yeah, that's right. Don't worry, dude. One day, maybe for you. But yeah, no, it was cool. This weekend we went through and watched a whole bunch of them that she hadn't seen. So she hadn't seen Prey, and then she hadn't seen The Predator. And oh god, do I regret watching The Predator? Just man,
truly.
I love Shane Black, but man, that is a really weird choice.
It's just a truly awful movie. Yeah,
I like Shane Black has made some amazing movies, but that one, yeah.
I think it wasn't funny. Like, even when they tried to make jokes, it was like, I just don't look at this kind of franchise and go, damn, I need some jokes. A joke every once in a while is fine, but the humor they had was just not good.
They were there, but they were different kind of jokes. All of a sudden where he starts calling Arnold like, you ugly son of a bitch. Like, there were kind of laughs there, but it wasn't
like every
the same.
Once in a while, yeah.
But there was a controversy that the production was like mired in. There was one dude who turned out to be an offender, and it was during like the Me Too era. Mm-hmm. He had a much bigger role, and then he was essentially like cut out afterwards. So I don't know if that affected like the overall movie and made it worse, but it's not a great movie. I really wish that one wasn't kind of the last one. Just the idea to have like kind of the Iron Man Predator suit, just
yeah,
bad.
And remember they teased they're supposed to tease a fifth movie in the end credit scene. They had to have known but that movie was never gonna get into production.
I never understood why the Predator franchise stayed in present day. Like, they should have. I want to see a Predator movie where, kind of like what Badlands is going to be, but it's like I want to see them again, Space Marines. I want to see that more advanced world. I want to go to the Predator home world. I want to dive into it, not these kind of weird, almost like suburb Predator fight movies. Like the one that was it Rodriguez that did it? The Robert Rodriguez Predators movie. Not the greatest. I don't think Adrian Brody was a good choice for the lead, but I do like that movie though. That it was a little engine that tried hard, but it didn't quite sell it with some of the
Watching
actor
The
mix.
Predator bumped that one up in my ratings.
Yeah.
Give me Brody any day over that last one.
So I didn't really care. I mean, people like Predator 2. When I watched it, I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was as good as the first one. I was saying it's awful.
You just didn't get it.
I just didn't think it was as good as the first one. I think my favorite is the original and the one with Alan Brody. Those are, I think, the best two movies they got. I love the premise of the third one. They're on their
Just
planet.
say Alan Brody?
His name's Alan Brody, right?
Adrian Brody.
No.
Good Lord. Why am I thinking of Alan Brody?
Now, I will say Prey
different
is not bad.
It really isn't.
It is not bad. It gets a little. It's hard for me to believe that she could take out a Predator. But
I think it has girl boss moments.
Well, not really girl boss moments, but just the way they had her take out the Predator was just kind of dumb. It was he felt like he was the dumbest Predator that has been shown on screen yet. Like he didn't really understand how his own equipment.
He might be. He was primitive.
It's true. Yeah.
To be fair, the bear did get him a little, not a little.
The bear was a badass scene. I love that scene so much.
The bear and her, I don't know what in her tribe, what the men that did help her, they did kind of help her. So I would say that she got help along the way to kind of like, I guess in a sense, train her along the movie, which is kind of why I do like Prey. I'm not saying it's the best movie, but I would say for a recent with a female, how they did it, I could understand. And he didn't have the gear that the more advanced Predators, so I could see, but I kind of agree with you mostly. I would have loved, me personally, I would love if they did it like, say, when when they hinted the gun. Well, that's spoiling it, but I don't care about MSK, so it doesn't matter. But yeah,
it comes up a few more times too.
Yeah,
it comes up a few more times.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife said the same thing too.
Well, she was also in the anthology. At the end of the anthology, it shows her in one of the cryo chamber deals, as well as with Arnold's character and also.
I was going to say, did you see the extended one? Because it also has Dutch and now I forget his name from Predator 2.
Yeah, Donald Glover's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently everyone from that. But man, I really dug Prey because like it kind of adds some to the lore. The whole he's not going to attack somebody, or they have that honor code where they're not going to attack somebody who's unarmed. So there's a bunch of moments where they could have gone super girl boss and put her as like the most badass, but instead they make her unarmed in the moment. So he just kind of passes her. I dig it, man. I really dig what they were able to do. The one thing that really pissed me off about that movie is they sold that fucking hatchet on the string thing. That seemed like it was going to be awesome. And just like the sound design that they did, that like thwap when it like hits a tree, it sounds amazing. They totally sold it. This is going to be some amazing weapon that she uses. And she uses it like once. And it is nothing like that tree training sequence. There should have been something more with that.
Yeah, if you're going to go out of the way to create this kind of like, I don't know, it didn't seem like a real weapon, but it was cool. But then you completely underutilize it. That was another kind of off on that one. But the orange fight was not the orange fight. The bear fight was amazing. The fight with the trappers was awesome. The film was like 75, 85% just perfect. I just think there was a couple choices with the end fight that could have gotten better, but there was so much good on it too, though. It was one of the better films.
Because the good thing yeah, go ahead.
It's like an okay movie, but it has some very great scenes.
Yeah.
But the movie itself isn't that great.
Yeah, for me, I think, well, as we know, the reason why they put it on Hulu was because the Predator was so negatively received. Like, Predator was just so bad. They were like, you know what? Let's just potentially only make these direct to streaming movies, and a lot of people loved Prey, and they're like, man, we should have probably had that in theaters. Well, it only is on streaming service because the other one was that bad, you know? That's kind of why it ended up being that way. I mean, for me, I think the best premise for the movies has been the third one and the first one. Like, just when you're on their planet and they're taking you out, and then when they're in that, forgot that part in the third one where they all reveal themselves, they all got ambushed. Oh my god, that Predators movie holds up so well. I rewatched it about, I think, last year sometime. Awesome movie, awesome action movie. I wish they could make him like that again. But then again, you know, if you're a predator, that makes you essentially P. Diddy or R. Kelly. So definitely want to end up like that. Oh, what other movies coming? Gray or Warren or the other Warrens? Are you guys gonna watch Avatar 3? I don't know if you guys even saw. I never even saw Avatar 2. So
I will. I watched 2. I watched 1. I'll watch 3. And honestly, it's one of the few films where I say it's worth watching in 3D because James Cameron knows how to use his 3D very well. Those scenes in the second one in the theater in 3D, it was like the fish were like swimming around you. Even though I think that he had too many space whale scenes in that movie, it was still a good movie though. So
I probably will see it. I saw it with my friends. They might. Yeah, I probably will see it. So yeah, just yes.
Yeah, isn't Avatar is basically something you go watch because it looks great.
yeah,
You don't
Essentially.
Yeah, you don't watch a music video and then complain about the plot, yeah? It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
MSK does.
I mean, it's the way we say about
most of his plots confuse him. So
our motto for Avatar is this is the highest grossing films that nobody remembers watching.
MSK, do you see how you're now talking shit on a movie you haven't seen? This is what I'm talking about.
You remember Avatar 1?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember it when it was first called Fern Gully, or
all right,
like any of the other versions of this film that have kind of existed.
Congratulations, you can be one of 3 people that remember what happens in Avatar.
It was Dances with Wolves with space cats. I mean, it's not that hard to
exactly. It's the same thing. Yeah. So I can't forget it because it was so oversold to me. For some reason, like I was supposed to take the train up to work, and then somehow the train like hit a person or something. So we were all stopped at a stop. And I had to listen to this dude drone on for like 15 minutes while I waited for like a cab to take me to work. And then I ended up splitting the cab with a dude, but he would not shut up about how there's this most amazing movie out there. It's revolutionized film. Nothing will ever be the same. Just they will be telling stories of movies before Avatar and after Avatar. And it changed his life. And man, so maybe I was like
his life. That man fucking bullshit.
Maybe I was poisoned to it from the beginning, but no, I remember going in like, okay, so this is gonna be life changing, and just like hating a good portion of it. But I could tell you what happened beat for beat in that original movie.
No, it's not that there are some dedicated hardcore fans for it, but it was one of the. It's not even just the movie itself. I'm not trying to sound really salty here, but the fact that movie at one point was the highest grossing film ever over clearly better, higher grossing films in its category is crazy. That's why I always tell people, even if a movie like that makes that much money, that is no indicator of the quality of film. It just means that right place, right time. It did something good. It could be also Avatar is 1,000 times too.
Avatar is a technical achievement. Like the stuff he's doing technical wise with 3D, with the special effects. It is a very beautifully technically well done film. Now the thing with James Cameron is he's very much like Zack Snyder or Michael Bay. The difference is though is he can do a plot for a film that doesn't, maybe it's not Shakespeare, but it's put together enough to get you from point A to point B that you're going to have fun. And then you add in the technical fact that he's kind of revolutionized 3D, and then also just how beautiful the film looks and how well the special effects does. He makes a film that is a general audience, a popcorn movie that a general audience will go and watch. And when they get done, they won't have anything bad to say about it because the story it's not that smart, but it's good from point A to point B. We know what's going on, and it's not some deep, powerful thing. It's just interesting, and it's more interesting than like a Michael Bay script and it's more put together better than the Zack Snyder script.
Yes,
But at
and
the same, yeah.
Yeah.
But like if you look
Everything
at most
that you're
James
saying-
Cameron stuff, yeah.
but it's not just general audience; it's international audience, and that's the other huge thing.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
these
another big,
things
huge part of it.
they
yeah.
appeal to everyone.
Yeah, because I know
he just
they
makes
they
a good general audience film. It's like it's not going to win an Oscar for story.
actually won a lot of awards. It
Well, it won
yeah.
like a lot of technical awards, but it's not going to win an Oscar for story.
Oh,
but,
also remember Avatar came out when you had that big 3D craze. This when 3D was the biggest thing in theaters too. Yeah, because Avatar got re-released like 1,000 times. That's the reason why it's also one of the highest grossing movies. It got re-released, I'm pretty sure, as long as I've been alive, that shit's been re-released like more than 10 times, actually.
Well, didn't the second one make over $2 billion also?
Yes. So,
yeah.
The Avatar made good lord, $2,923,710,708. The other one made $2,343,000,000.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why we might get Battle Angel Alita 2, because when Avatar 2 came out, Disney's all like, holy shit, something worked. And then they're all like, so you have anything else you want to do, James? Anything you want? Because you seem to be able to make money for us that no one else can. So we might actually get more Cameron stuff like Battle Angel Alita 2 or something along those lines, just because of the fact that he makes money for them.
Yeah.
You know, Avatar 2 cost a lot less to make than Avatar 1 did.
Well, to be fair, he also waited like almost a decade. And
he was doing a bunch of stuff with the Titanic that slowed down production of Avatar. That's why we're going to get the rest of the films pretty quick.
Jeez. Yeah. You know what's crazy? We should look over these highest grossing movies and see which one doesn't deserve to be here. Let's look at it. This is Wikipedia. So, obviously take it with a grain of salt. If these are the legit numbers, I always say it's just for fun, just having a conversation here. So let me make this a little bit more bigger. It's just 175. That's 200. Okay. So Avatar is the highest one. Okay, Avengers Endgame is fucking so much money that movie made. Avatar 2, Titanic. I've actually never seen Titanic. People always said it's just.
You've never seen Titanic?
Titanic? No, I never seen it.
Same dude. I'm just saying. Cameron.
No, I know.
A lot in
it's
there.
James Cameron, but that's one with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's him in that. Yeah, because I know I've seen on YouTube. I've seen the part obviously when the ship collapses. That's the only thing I've seen. The actual entire movie. No, I've never seen the entire movie in full.
Well, that's mostly the story, so you've seen most of it.
Oh, good lord. Niza too. What the fuck is that? Chinese? Oh, gross. Chow mein people. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Dude, it's a badass whatever you want to call it, animated feature. It's from earlier this year. Dude, really entertaining.
Is it good? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Niza is awesome.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Infinity War, No Way Home, Inside Out 2. No, I'm saying they don't deserve to be there because they're not good. That's what I'm saying. Jurassic World, obviously, that's a classic. No, it's Jurassic. My bad. That's Jurassic World. I meant Jurassic Park.
You love Blue that much?
I'll be honest here. Force Awakens made this much money because they haven't fucking made a Star Wars movie in like 14 years. And Jurassic World, very, very similar. They hadn't made a movie in a long time for the franchise. I meant Jurassic Park. That should be here. Lion King's great. I love the Lion. No, this is the live action one. Fucking hell. Good lord. Furious 7 is here. All right. Top Gun Maverick. I think that's very good. Barbie
deserves
movie.
to be higher. It should be higher. It's a masterpiece, and you just didn't get it, MSK.
I think I seen the dance. I seen the dance. What? Okay, Gray. Are you gonna bust out and start the moves randomly in the theater?
You're saying that you've never seen that movie because you do nothing but talk shit on that one as well. You've never seen Barbie?
I've seen.
Oh, we got to do a watch along.
I've seen the Ken dance.
We're watching it.
I mean, hey, I could bust down and start doing some backflips. Frozen 2, obviously, the first one was very, very liked. Age of Ultron, all right. Super Mario Brothers movie, Black Panther, Harry Potter's. Okay, that makes sense being there. Last Jedi, good fucking god, that movie's a pile of ass. How the fuck's that there? Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This movie sucks. This movie's fucking awful. How is this there? Oh my god, Beauty and the Beast. I never saw this. Yeah, for me, most of the live action Disney ones, I didn't really get a chance to go. I was not interested in seeing. I think I saw the Lion King one. That's pretty much it, honestly. Kingstyle, what's up, man? Incredibles 2, Iron Man 3.
Other than the weather being bad where I'm at, I'm pretty good.
Iron Man 3 is bad, but this came out like after the first Avengers movie, so it made sense at the time. Minions, yes, the yellow dildos made it. I love these guys. It deserves to be the highest grossing movie ever. Civil War, Aquaman.
We know how you feel about dildos.
Good Lord. Captain Marvel, the most undeserved success ever. The legit most undeserved movie to be here. Oh my God. Just complete luck carried that movie. Obviously, King Michael Bay gets to be here with Dark of the Moon. Hell yeah. Skyfall, is that the third or the second one in Daniel Craig's trilogy? Or
it's the third one.
Because I saw No Time to Die and I saw the very last one of his movies. That last one was not good.
No Time to Die was the last one, wasn't it?
Yes, that was not good.
It was
Casino
Royale, Quantum of Solace.
My bad. Casino Royales.
Yeah, Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall, and then No Time to Kill.
Rise of Skywalker. Holy fucking shit. Kick that movie off this list. That's great. Hey, Joker made more than Rise of Skywalker. Good. Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 is so trash. What a horrible fucking movie, man. Awful movie. Just should have kept it at 3. Pirates of the Caribbean, Moana 2, Rogue One, Aladdin, Phantom Menace. Okay. I mean, given other things here, that this could probably go, honestly. Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch made it. That's good.
You get one from this year.
Hey, we did. We got one. We got Lilo and Stitch. We made it, boys. Oh, God. So, Kingstyle, how you doing, man? How was your day? You sounded kind of sad.
No, it's just the weather's not too good over here.
Did okay. Girl break your heart, actually?
No.
She did. I'm taking her down. Don't worry. I got it. I got you, man.
Yeah, in Minecraft. Let's say that.
In Minecraft, allegedly, said by a guy named Kingstyle on the MSK show, actually. Yeah, Casino Royale, very, very good movie. I think that was my first James Bond movie. That was awesome movie.
Oh, I forgot about Spectre.
Oh, yeah, there was that one. I saw No Time to Die in theaters. I saw it after Venom Let There Be Carnage. Yeah, wasn't a good time for me then, because then the Injustice movie came out for DC. Fuck that movie. So, what else ended up happening? Orange, what he said. Yeah, because some people also count Gone with the Wind, even though, it was a different time period when tickets cost a certain amount of money. So, yeah. The only movie I don't know what I'm going to be seeing. I know I'm going to watch that Sydney Sweeney movie that's coming out in December, Housemaid, but that's pretty much it for me unless something else piques my interest. Maybe I go see Predator Badlands if I have time, honestly. What do I have opening for me? Let me see that in just a moment. Wurren, the black one, the one with the Kang. Maybe he is a Kang.
What's up?
Let's go over because I haven't got a chance to talk to you about the MCU movies that came out this year. So we had what? Captain America 4. Did you like that one? Captain America 4?
You mean Hulk? The sequel to Hulk?
Yes. Captain EBT, Captain Blackfrica, Captain
Incredible Hulk 2.
Incredible Hulk 2. Yeah, it really was. Like, let's be honest. Incredible Hulk 2.
Literally just a Hulk sequel without which is Captain America. Yeah.
It was okay. The problem is that the problem is that I think if you swapped, and I know this sounds, people are, you're gonna sound racist. I think if Bucky was the Captain America instead of Sam, it would have made much more of a, because people like Bucky way more than Sam over all the things that he's gone through. And it just seems like Sam's always like one peg down. And like, even though we get the concept, like the whole point is like anybody can be Captain America and you can live and you just, if you just, you're the little guy standing up to the big guy. I just think if you need to make money, it'd have been better for Bucky if Steve have given the shield to Bucky, but it was an okay movie. Fantastic Four was fine. I thought it should have made 600 to 700, but nothing more than that. But the problem is that China isn't like really taking Marvel movies. That's why they're not getting that extra 200 to like 150 to 250 million to like get those movies over the say 500 million mark or something like that. And I don't know. I think people were expecting a little bit more out of like the movie, but And I don't know. To me, it was a little bit rushed. And then Thunderbolts,
Good. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a
it
lot
it,
more
it,
than
wa-
I thought it was going to be. It came out
it, wa-
very solid movie. Solid
it,
movie.
it was good. The only problem I had was that they could have used, instead of using the Sentry, they should have used a villain that they could actually sort of beat, because I get the premise, but then you make the team look so weak.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you know what I mean, like even if it was, like I said to a friend, even if it was the Avengers, they would not have been able to beat him. Like,
Yeah, you
even
would
if,
mop the floor with them.
like, the only person that might have had like a shot, would have been World Breaker Hulk, which he would have to go like
Like
almost
even the
savage.
Thor that was in the MCU in the first like 3 phases, even that guy would have got folded.
Yeah, he would have got
like a
folded.
fucking lawn chair.
So
But it's the same problem that the first Suicide Squad had, where it was you have you have a villain. It doesn't make any sense. Like the
Enchantress, right?
Sentry is like disappearing half of New York. No Spider-Man, no Daredevil, no Punisher, no other Avengers, just all of these B-listers to face off against the Sentry. And even though Thunderbolts is a better movie, it just, they should have kept the plot smaller. I agree with Wurren 100% on that one. It's like Sentry was cool, but I don't know about making him such a big threat where it doesn't really make any sense why no one else was there.
Right. Like, he should have been put in another movie where you see, like, you could, like, another heavy hitter, like, even like hell, he would even make sense. He would make sense even in a Doctor Strange movie, believe it or not. So, like, that's my thing. Or even if they put him in like a Guardians movie, because they've, like, he can breathe out of space and all that stuff, since he's
Well,
basically
like maybe like have Thor show up and fist fight him,
yeah, but yeah,
while the
exactly.
Thunderbolts are inside his head trying to stop him that way. I mean, Chris Hemsworth still wants to play Thor. They could have thrown him in there. There was a lot of choices they could have done, or either that, if you want to use Sentry, fine, but keep it at a facility somewhere so we don't have to try to think of like, okay, why is the entire city of New York getting, the entire island of Manhattan is get turned into shadows and no one is there except for the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing that people said about Winter Soldier. That was like the only real critique of it, is like, if Hydra's doing this big thing and these Hell Carriers are going to shoot people and shit like that, then when like Iron Man show up, when like any of his friends show up to help him. But then it's just, that's how it always kind of has to be as your suspension of disbelief with comic books, is that like, there's other characters that exist, but you have to just understand that, hey, these are the ones that are only going to show up, which is kind of very limiting too. I wish we could have a world where, more people show up in the movies, but they've never did that ever.
I did finally get to watch Fantastic Four, and I thought it was a wonderful movie.
It was good.
First episode was good. Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
I thought it was really well acted. I liked Pedro's Reed. The family dynamic was great. I love the fact that like everyone seemed to be at peace with the accident except for Reed, and you could actually see kind of like, if they play on it in the future, the kind of stress that Reed puts himself under could lead to all sorts of cool storylines. And yeah, I thought it was just, it could have been a little bit more action packed, but overall, just a fun movie. I really did enjoy it.
I think the part that I didn't like was they cut out John Malkovich was supposed to show up as Red Ghost.
Yeah.
Because which was kind of like, I would want to see what because he's always a great actor, but I thought it was a good thing. Now the end credit, come on, you telling me that they couldn't have just turned Doomface when he was looking at Franklin, when he looked like peek look at Sue with his face and like,
yeah,
give
because
the fan,
RDJ, that's him. He's just uncredited. It's like, well, just show him. Just show him.
like they showed Thanos' face when in the
Multiple
first
times.
Avenger.
Yeah.
In the first Avenger, he's literally so I was like, you're telling me you guys were that cheap that you didn't want to show his face?
Which is
Or
crazy, because you would
if you're
think
gonna
that's
use him-
stunt double, but that's RDJ there. Why not just use
I
him?
don't think
if
it's a
you're
matter of
gonna
being
use
cheap.
him, I would say if you're going to use him, have him attack the Fantastic Four. Let us see the kidnapping. He comes in a portal, blasts Reed, knocks out Sue, picks up Franklin, he punches the thing, and then leaves out again through a portal. At least we got something where it's like, we can build up to what kind of its doom is going to be, because we've talked about this before in past shows. There is zero build up for Doomsday, absolutely zero.
Yeah.
Maybe Spider-Man will change that, but Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Brave New World did zero for build up on this.
Most of the entirety of Phase 4 through 5, when those phases 4 and 5 did nothing to build, because Kevin Feige's like, this is the multiverse saga.
No, it's not. No, remember, it's not the multiverse saga because of
Unless
Deadpool.
they changed it, I didn't know.
Yeah, remember, because Deadpool and Wolverine literally makes fun of the multiverse saga. Like, they keep trying to do this and it doesn't work when he's breaking the fourth wall. And the reason there wasn't really any, like, the connections were so small. Like, oh, we see the Fantastic Four ship flying, and we see Franklin. And I think the thing for me, and then we see the leader talk about it. So we actually did get something. We got the leader saying something about the incursions. We got the ship, and then we got things, but they didn't feel like end credits that you could speculate for like 2-3 weeks. It was like, it was like a 5-minute conversation, not a 1-hour conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're completely right, and I think there's something that explains all of that. Yeah, not you, MSK, never you. You are not right. I disavow anything that you've ever said. But no, I think both Warrens have good theories on this, and I think it kind of coincides. Like, you're right, Warren, Lunchbox. It would be better if there was some sort of action scene at the end that hooked somebody. Instead, they kind of went with just this kind of nothingness, but they actually brought in RDJ on set to do that nothingness. It's weird, but I think that's related to, and the other ones where you barely see the ship that the other Warren was talking about. I think it all coincides with the fact that they don't know where the fuck they're going with any of this. They don't have a script. They don't know what his power set's going to be. They don't know what he's going to look like. So they're showing you the very minimum that they have to be like, it's connected. But that's the problem that Marvel has always had. They don't really have a vision going forward. So I hope they get it now.
Well, the problem is that the whole thing with Kang, because let's be honest, he carried Ant-Man. Ant-Man was a bad movie, even though I think, and here's my hot take. I think Ant-Man would have been a great movie if Hank Pym got killed. I honestly think if someone died and showed that this guy was terrifying, that he kills like the original Ant-Man, that movie probably does a little bit better because it shows that it has stakes. It shows that this guy is a real threat. Pym was somewhat of an Avenger because we see him doing that in the first Ant-Man movie, taking care of that nuke and the whole thing with Janet. But I think the fact that they had to now do a 180 because Disney doesn't want to like keep people after scandals instead of just saying, hey, whatever. And it's kind of like this is kind of them bending, trying to keep an appearance while also appeasing the crowd, which at some point they're gonna have to say, like, you know what, okay, whatever. We just gotta keep doing what we're doing.
It's kind of hypocritical though that James Gunn got fired, right?
Right.
They brought him back. People said, but he got fired. He got punished. Yeah, but he was brought back.
Brought him back to finish a movie.
Batista, who by the way has daughters and has a family, like, if you don't bring him back, I'm quitting. Okay, whatever, dude. Like, it tells you don't care about your children when some dude, inappropriate, whether they're jokes or not, it's still fucking weird. I don't care what anybody says. Those comments on Twitter or X,
right?
They're fucking creepy. I don't care what context it is.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And
you can't spin it any other way than that. You can't defend it.
No, I was just going to add on to your point.
No, I'm not saying you're telling me, I'm defending it, King. I'm 100%. I'm getting a job at Hollywood right now as we speak.
Oh, me too. Hell yeah. So,
but no, I'm just saying that, like, that's not right. But Jonathan Majors, one incident with his wife, that's a private matter. That's none of our business. That we don't even know
running
the full
away
context. Yeah, that he was running away from, but they don't say that. He's the aggressor. Every man's an aggressor in a domestic violence situation. That's always been a thing.
Never the woman.
It's never the woman. Johnny Depp was guilty from day one, guys. Vic Mignogna was abuser. Every man's an abuser of some way. because that's how our society is. We can't say women do wrong when they are wrong.
Women can never do wrong. They can't be accountable for anything. They're just perfect angels that are just saints sent from heaven to punish
Yeah.
us.
We're devils. We're devils from birth. That's what we
Good
are.
Lord.
No,
Hey,
just MSK.
I'm just
Well,
a black
and-
thing.
I think though the reason why you switch from Kang and just not recast him, because in a multiverse world, in any world, you just recast and you move on.
I
the reason
agree.
why they didn't
Yeah.
recast is because none of the movies that Kang was in was doing good. Ant-Man was a disaster, budget-wise, film-wise, critic-wise, audience-wise. So I think a lot of this was like, okay, we lost Kang. Okay, we lost the actor. Well, instead of just picking up a new actor for that spot, they just said, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to drop it all and we're going to announce RDJ. We're going to announce the Russo brothers and we're going to do Doomsday. We can't build anything into it because, like Grace said, the reason why you don't have a more stretched out scene in Fantastic Four is because you have no idea what the costume's going to look like, what the power set's going to be, because they were still writing the damn movie as they were filming it. So it's because like, if you look at the first before Endgame, by the time Infinity War came around, we knew what Thanos' mission was. Because even with the small times he was in, it was all around defining who he was as a villain. So when he finally gets onto the scene in Infinity War, we have an idea of what this guy wants. We have zero idea on RDJ Doom. So it's going to be another thing the film has to do that an Infinity War didn't have to do, is if the film has to explain what the hell's going on and why we should care. And that's a big deal to try to do with no build-up and with a huge cast and production problems and an inflated budget. It's Doomsday has everything going against it right now. I want it to be good. I want Marvel to do better, but if you want to take an honest look at it and what's been going on, I would say they have maybe like a 20-30% chance of pulling this off. I mean,
I'm gonna disagree a little bit. Here's why. Here's why. And I agree with you that you have. I completely agree with the skepticism. The only reason I'm disagreeing is because think about No Way Home, right? People literally went back to see Toby, to see Alfred,
Andrew Garfield, yeah.
Andrew Garfield as well. So a lot of people are gonna see like, they're gonna hear Kelsey Grammer, they're gonna see Patrick Stewart, they're gonna see most of the X-Men, which they want. They're gonna see a lot of these characters that they done in their eyes properly that Fox didn't do. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have used Doom. I already said this, and I told this to a friend. I said I think personally Doom was just a cop out. I think they should have done Maestro. I think they should have done Hulk, the Hulk that takes over in further timelines. That's very smart. That ends up because that's something you can do again in the distant future. It's a reality where the Hulk is basically he's beaten all the Avengers. He's done that, and I'm like, well, why don't you do that? Because and they even used that plot line in the Avengers game that came out. So I'm not sure why they didn't go with Maestro. Maestro is perfect, and people want to see the Hulk. They want it. Who wouldn't have wanted to see, say, Red Hulk on screen with She-Hulk, with and all these people,
With
Abomination,
Scar.
Scar,
His son, and the other psychic alien son that doesn't have the Hulk powers, but he's just like his mom.
and
Yeah.
they're
All of them fighting.
this
Yeah,
guy.
multiple Hulk
all
family
twerking
members. Yeah.
on this rock. Then they're all twerking would be awesome.
Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I think Doom was a cop out, and Doom should have been a Fantastic Four movie that could build up into another, like a team up with like a Kang or a team up with someone. I think they just said, okay, Doom, and let's be honest, they're rebooting because they realize that they
Soft
made it.
rebooting, as they call it. Yeah.
They
It is.
soft
They
reboot.
have to soft reboot because they'll lose money and they'll lose viewers. Because wait a minute, I want Robert Downey Jr. and I want Tom Holland as Spider-Man. You're not going to give that back to me, so I'm going to leave.
So
and watch
Just-
DC.
so two
Yeah,
things.
but most
One
of
thing
them are
that
too old now.
So one thing that King Style said a while ago, that I'll just tackle, and then I'll go to the Warren thing. So first thing is, Disney is full of shit when they fired James Gunn over those types of comments that were just disgustingly weird, honestly.
Absolutely agreed.
And then the company goes, you know what? I know we're probably right about doing this, but then we're going to bring you back and have you finish the movie to punish you. You just only wonder how stupid people can really be in life, honestly. They made a
MSK.
decision, they stuck by it, and they were like, you know what? Let's just bring it back and give him his final movie.
How
Yeah.
many
putting out-
times
And he
do I
made
have
one of
to
the
say,
only
like, people in
successful
glass
Phase
houses?
5 films.
I'm just
MSK,
pointing out, Johnny
You're
Depp got
talking
fired
about
for less.
people.
Exactly.
talking about
Jonathan
people who
Majors
said
got
horrible
fired for
things.
less. Yep.
Both Johnny Depp and Jonathan Majors got fired for less. Just way less.
Yeah, and if you
So-
want to count anime, Vic Mignogna got fired for the Brawly thing. So
Wait a minute.
yeah,
Also, didn't
Well,
Edward Norton
let's be honest here though. Vic Mignogna, Jonathan Majors, and Johnny Depp all were facing court cases. James Gunn was not. James Gunn just had old tweets that they were trying to cancel him on.
it's
All
still
the other
creepy,
ones
though.
you guys mentioned all had court cases, either civil or federal. So it's like, I mean, if you're a company, you have more of a justification to get rid of them that way.
Yeah,
But
but
Well,
when
they-
your
well,
company's a family company like Disney,
Oh, yeah.
pedophilia comments aren't good. Sorry,
Yeah. So
sorry. I
he-
call a spade a spade.
even when the MCU first began, remember the Terrence Howard debacle when the whole pay dispute between him? Then Edward Norton was supposed to be Hulk in Avengers, but he was too controlling, so they got rid of him. Like this, but to be fair, that was actually Paramount, not Disney. But just pointing out, even through the MCU's original movies, they've always gotten rid of people for whatever reason they had. I mean, they won't even recast Black Panther, but they've recasted several different characters in the universe.
well,
Look
they're
at
going to
Ant-Man's
recast.
daughter.
They're
I
No,
mean,
they
recasting
did
Doctor
with
him
a
Strange
after-
has
woman.
like a
They
1,000 times.
recast.
They just announced like a recasting Black Panther after the reboot. So that's one reason why they're doing the reboot is they could recast all these people with cheaper actors.
Oh, you're right.
So,
Yeah.
They've already announced it. I think it was the guy who played the Manta on the Aquaman movie.
Oh, I never heard about. Oh, he's playing that guy. He's playing Wonder Man. So I don't know if he's going to play back.
Oh no, you're right. I was thinking of somebody else, and my bad. But yeah,
You're fine.
I thought I heard that now that they were doing the full recast of Black Panther. He's just going to be from a different
This is what
multiverse.
my biggest problem is people have said it's too early to recast him because he just died. Okay, fine. That's the one thing they had because maybe it is too soon. You know what? You don't want to show you moved on that fast. But then, fucking William Hurt, who was supposed to be Red Hulk, eventually passed away because he had pancreatic cancer or whatever, or some shit. He passed away, and in 6 months, they got rid of him for Harrison Ford. So it's just such bullshit that people make up for it. So for some reason, if it's a black character, you can't swap him out. If it's any other white Mexican character, get that motherfucker out of there. Swap him out.
Well, people aren't as sensitive. People aren't as sensitive about white characters. People aren't as sensitive about William Hurt. When you're talking
Hold on,
about
one second. MSK, do you think that Harrison Ford is Mexican?
No. What I'm saying is, if you can't cast someone because it's too soon that they just passed away, they recasted William Hurt in 3 months.
Yeah,
So where was the Mexican comment about?
he's saying
Oh, no,
that
no,
if
it's interchangeable.
If it's Caucasian, they're gonna recast them. If they were black or Latino or Asian,
Ant-Man's
That's
daughter's
the
been
point.
recasted forever. Actually,
mean,
because
deserved.
people aren't sensitive about white people recasting. People could give a
That's
shit
the
less
problem.
about William Hurt.
Yeah.
The problem is we have a very sensitive racial type deal where if you replace a minority character, they're worried that it's going to blow up in their face.
Yeah,
and,
no,
people are
and
gonna
I think
freak
that's
the hell
stupid.
out.
Warren, I
I
think
get
that's
the sentiment.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think
and I get
the show must
sentiment
go
around
on.
it.
The show
Yeah.
must go on.
Oh
And
no,
the
I
mo-
agree.
yeah.
I'm just saying that's their mindset.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. That's a dumb logic on their part.
Yeah, no, because people have always asked me, MSK, do you understand? I understand their logic. I just don't agree with it because even from when Paramount owned the MCU, there wasn't a thing back then. Literally, Terrence Howard was talking about getting more money. They got rid of him for Don Cheadle. These people have and that's a black. Those are two black dudes.
So that's not the same. At least
Yeah,
the other one you were talking about, two dudes that died, but The problem is William Hurt was never the star of anything like that. The entire campaign wasn't like built on him, and it wasn't championed to like an Oscar, an attempt to actually win the Oscars based off of Chadwick Boseman's performance. It's not exactly apples to apples, and then that was a few years before.
Yeah.
And they heard the sentiment that, hey, we could just recast.
Slight
and
wrench.
They took a swing.
Slight wrench.
Like,
into
if
Like-
Robert
like-
Downey Jr. died, they wouldn't have recast Iron Man right away because
Yeah, there's-
because of the
Oh, it was
level that
rumored
he
they
meant to the role.
They were going to put Tom Cruise in, but the fan backlash made them not do it. He was supposed to actually.
Tom Cruise was an early deal, but then Robert Downey Jr. won in the fan. It won out in the audition type.
No,
Well-
I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is like the sentiment around getting rid of someone varies between, like you said, if it's a black character or if it's a popular character. It's not a
Yeah, but
one-to-one
there's
sentiment.
like more to this. Like the Black Panther thing is ties in. It came like after the George Floyd thing, so there was like the protests and everything, and then Black Panther came out, and they basically made Chadwick Boseman like a Black Jesus thing kind of image, and that's why everyone is so super sensitive now about the Black
Yeah.
Panther character. Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
heavy political as well.
Well, but you also could argue too, though, is when you have a major role for an African American in a business
Yeah.
that they feel that some African Americans feel like they've been underserved in, you'd almost think, but Mr. Boseman would want someone to jump into that role and to have another African American.
he gave like a great
His brother said, I believe his brother said that he would have wanted someone to, because he wanted representation in the black. He would have wanted to be recasted. So I'm not sure why they did it. I could understand the whole, okay, it's too soon, but okay, then be like, you know what, Shuri's gonna replace him. She did it in the comics, but in the comics, she didn't stay Black Panther forever.
Also, he was alive in that story too. The one that's written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, everyone keeps referencing. He's
yeah.
alive in that.
He's alive. So they could have said, okay, T'Challa at the end, like, you know, he's resting. He's like, they could have literally done what they did with Bucky, and when they showed Bucky in what was it? I'm not sure what was it. Infinity in Civil War, where they put him like, oh, he's in a cryo chamber healing up with the new recast of T'Challa. I don't know. I just think that, to me, kind of the circle back, I am
black.
Circle. Yeah. I just think that my biggest thing with Marvel too is I don't like the fact that they use so many tech villains. Like, I believe it or not, I was happy when I saw that the Hood and Mephisto were going to be mentioned. I think they underused magic very badly.
Agreed.
Like magic, like I'm not sure why they don't want to use magic-based villains, and it baffles my mind that we finally get to see Mephisto, but it's in a show. There's like other people that, like, I don't understand why we can't get Ghost Rider already as a new movie, because people love
that
Ghost
might be
Rider.
a Fox problem that they haven't have a chance
Ren,
to put him in.
I think
the rights deal,
the problem,
rights issue.
I think the reason why they don't want to use magic powers is because they don't want the satanic panic happening with Disney. I'm just saying, with the Doctor Strange, they did it, and it was Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch is a witch. You know, it is what it is. They don't want like a bunch of magic users, and then all of a sudden it's satanic panic.
I think they're gun shy. I think they've had so many failures that they don't want to put in $200 million into a Ghost Rider series and have it crash and burn. I think they have a big confidence problem right now. They've been canceling stuff left and right. The stuff that we are seeing is old and disconnected. I think that they just don't want to be doing too much. Like, they can't even get a Blade movie off the ground. And that just shows how dysfunctional things are behind the scenes. I just don't think right now they just don't have the capability of creating anything, and I think it's starting to show up pretty heavy.
Yeah, and Blade's like the easiest movie you can make. It's like Guy of Sword and vampires.
Yeah, it's techno music, vampires, slashing up, and cut your credits. Ghost Rider, the same thing. Spirit of Vengeance, throw some villains in there, maybe an evil biker gang,
And
make it for like 120
Yeah, and
million.
also
Good to go.
I am at the moment watching Marvel Zombies, and like a whole episode in Marvel Zombies is Blade as Moon Knight with a sword, just killing zombies left and right.
Yeah.
It's
And-
like
It may be
Blade
the
movie.
only Mahershala Ali Blade performance that we get.
Yeah.
Too.
and you know what's really weird to me is that I'm
sad.
sure I'm sure everyone has watched the old Spider-Man cartoons, the 90s Spider-Man.
Oh, that's a
well,
classic, man. Of
they
course.
they could easily get Michael Morbius, Blade, and even feature Spider-Man in the Blade movie. You know how much money that movie would make with Spider-Man, Blade in it, Michael Morbius. You could even, if you really wanted to, you could actually kind of do that same storyline or change it up a bit. But those three characters would have drawn, like, yes, the Morbius movie was terrible. I agree. But to have Morbius, Blade, Spider-Man, and the fact that it's gonna be a Blade movie, but Spider-Man is in it, would already have that movie would guarantee make $1 billion. I would put my life insurance on it. But it would.
I would add Punisher in there too, since he originally came from the Spider-Man.
Well, let's say you can't
comics.
use Spider-Man, but let's say the Hand starts getting interested in trying to make
Vampirize,
vampire power,
yeah.
vampire soldiers. Now you could bring in Daredevil, Punisher, and bring Blade. And you have Blade in there. I mean, you can have a fun little Marvel Knights kind of thing going on. But I think they're too gun shy. I don't think they're organized enough right now. And Kevin Feige has to work really hard to get everyone kind of settled and get prepared for these two probably disastrous launch Avenger movies and then into the reboot. If they can make it to the reboot, I think it's going to be good. But I don't know how well it's going to go through with Secret Wars and Doomsday. It's just financially.
Doomsday is it's like what, a 3-hour movie and like 50 characters. So it's just going to be cameo.
Well, the thing I'm worried about is if it is true that the budget and marketing's over $1 billion, that means it has to make $2 billion. And I don't know if the fan base is there for a Marvel film to make $2 billion. I don't know. Like Doomsday is going to have to make like $2.4 billion to break even. And if that's true, then that is a massive hurdle for a film that has no setup, that only is really going off of nostalgia and nostalgia farming, if you will. Maybe it'll be different when Spider-Man will create some buzz for it, and maybe when the trailers start popping out and we start seeing some of the clips, there'll be a huge buzz built behind it. But it's got a tough battle to a Marvel film right now to clear $2 billion. That's gonna be tough.
I don't think it's gonna be tough, because the thing is like, we're gonna see like people like the Thunderbolts, which they're bringing back. I expect some people are gonna die in the first. A lot of people are gonna die in the first movie. I
think the entire Fox X-Men, Professor X, Marston, all of them are gonna die.
Yeah,
I can see them. I can see them getting wiped out in Doomsday, and then pretty much all of them wiped out by the end of Secret Wars. I don't think any Fox X-Men except for Hugh Jackman will survive. And maybe Gambit.
Might be something
Deadpool.
like
Deadpool would survive as well because he's Deadpool.
Well, yeah, I don't really count as an X-Men though.
Yeah, but he was involved in it. That's why I say that. Even though you're right, Warren, he's not really an X-Men, but he is a part of that franchise, for better or for worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though if they kill them all off.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are going to die.
Well, what I think they're probably going to do is like the multiverse hopping. So Doomsday, for some reason, kills the X-Men universe, and then he comes into the MCU universe. So that's going to be like the X-Men cameo.
I mean,
all of them
the Logan from the Deadpool Wolverine movie, right? He's technically a different Logan. He's not the one from the Fox, the original Foxverse. So yeah, I think Warren's right. He might stay because he's a different iteration, and he gets to wear his yellow and blue outfit.
Now,
yeah, but Hugh Jackman's getting a bit old, yeah.
He
heard this
is, but they could use
great-
AI and CGI and all that bullshit until they find an actual good replacement, and they're not
I-
going to get rid of him yet.
I heard this really great theory on YouTube, and the theory of the film so far, the leaks that we've got, was essentially Doom is going around, and it all has to do with incursions, and essentially he's going to create Battle World, which will be all of the timelines kind of merging, and then at the end of it, there'll be just one timeline. The Doom is actually the Iron Man that was in Endgame, that they when they jumped into his heart, and Ant-Man caused him to bug out, and then Loki took that stone, that essentially created an incursion, and that Tony Stark, the one who saw Loki disappear, and if he did go, he goes back and checks the camera footage and sees the fake cap, and or the multiple caps and all the stuff going on, and eventually it drives him nuts, and he's going to be the Doom that's in this movie, will be that Tony Stark from the end game that was in that timeline. Because you have to remember, they didn't use that stone. They went back in time and grabbed the stone from the 1940s base. So that was the big theory. I thought that was interesting. I was like, well, that'd be kind of cool if they connect Endgame to Doomsday.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I think that would be a bit complicated for modern audiences. Yeah,
probably. I mean, well, that's the problem. Is if we had 10 years worth of movies to help set this up, it would be really great. But since Endgame, they haven't been setting anything up. So
yeah,
they have to rush it for the sake of viewers. It's bad. You need to build it up, but they're scared. Oh, if we do that, we're going to alienate the audience, so they're not going to come and watch.
Well, the Kang thing, I think, really screwed them up. I think they were setting up a lot more with Kang, and we were going to see something like Doomsday probably like in 2028, 2029. But because of them deciding just to can Kang altogether, not recast, I think that's why we're here.
Yeah, what they should have done was like Sentry from the comics. Like they should have had like 4 or 5 movies where they try to figure out who is the Void. And the Void is fighting Spider-Man in his movie. He's fighting the Avengers. He's fighting everyone in different movies until they figure out, okay, it's like this Bob guy. They could have built up to the whole Sentry thing.
I had a thought. Now I have to bring. Oh, God damn! I had actually a good response. I was gonna say you're right about the Doomsday thing. The problem we have in here is that they have to make money, and they thought that this year with the movies they had out, I would assume that they were expecting at least combined with all 3 movies to be closer to 2 billion than under $1 billion. So now they're saying to themselves, these secondary characters aren't grasping the public, which they can't, because nobody knows who Ghost is really, like, unless you're a Thunderbolts fan, or nobody knows some of these characters. Nobody read nobody reads comic books like they should. Like, I'm not faulting the public. People have lives. I get it, yada yada yada. Even though there's Google and YouTube, you could easily listen to Rob comics explain about it. But that's neither here nor there. I think the problem is that they're realizing that you need to have a Captain America movie or an Iron Man movie, and then you have like a spin-off movie or a Moon Knight movie, because that can like help set it up or help give you like reassurance, I guess. But that's my opinion. But I don't know.
That's the same problem that DC just made. They brought out, what was it? What's his name? The black guy in the Superman movie?
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, so James Gunn made a Mr. Terrific movie. They needed Peacemaker, and then he's bringing Supergirl out. So there's no big major movie to kick it all off, because the Superman movie is not the Superman movie. He's like a side character in his own movie.
I mean, I believe they're doing a series for for Mr. Terrific because of how the fans loved him so
Yeah,
much.
he's fucking
Um,
great.
Supposedly they're still doing the
are-
Waller one too.
Are they
There's
going to do the
teased ones.
fantastic? Are they going to do the fantastic ripoff story with
The-
him? The
with-
Terrifics.
they,
Because
that would work, yes.
I don't know if he could do a solo thing. I think with
A solo
Plastic
show?
Man, I like him, but I
Hmm.
don't think they have faith to be like maybe he needs a team to do a movie with him to
Yeah, but James
justify.
Gunn, his whole thing is he can only do like team movies. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. With that vehicle, right? Because of the Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy and essentially the Superman movie, which was basically the Justice Gang movie. That's all it was.
Yeah.
With
The Justice
Supergirl
Gang.
cameoing at the end. You
Yeah.
might as well do the Terrifics.
Why?
Just do that. Just make
Through the Terrifics. The one
Yeah.
that they're ripping off didn't even work that successfully.
Yeah, but make a different one. Make a good one.
I'm white knighting James Gunn's universe a bit. I'm still fully on board with this thing. I love the fact that they're going with different mediums and they aren't expecting every single thing to be a $1 billion movie. The fact that there is this Clayface project that's going out with 40 million, that's going to be an awesome body horror flick. Man, I'm all in for that. But even if that bombs, I don't think there's any way that they're not making like 40 back on it. I don't think it's going to be these giant money pits that Marvel is stuck with.
Well,
It might get to that, but we'll see.
but Greg, I think people have more. Now, I'm not even going to say reluctant. I think people are more optimistic of a Clayface movie after seeing how well Penguin was done on HBO.
For sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
And
they
the
have going
first
for it.
Joker movie before they stunk the pooch in the second one.
Well,
For
you
sure.
know,
But I think you get an actual horror audience. Like, I don't think Marvel could do that. They kind of tried with what the hell was the werewolf one called? That thing was
Werewolf
actually
by
kind of cool,
Night.
but thank you.
Werewolf from Werewolf,
Werewolf by Night.
I thought you were going to say Ren Werewolf in Manhattan or Midnight.
No.
Sounds like
But
an
it
interesting
just didn't have
title
the
for a movie,
traction that
though.
it should have.
But
And they're not willing to go dark. Where this one, man, they're actually bringing in. Now I'm forgetting his name to write it, but it's also going to get like a hard R from what I understand. So,
But-
I'm
see,
all for this thing.
But Gray, you made the great point is that they made it for 40 million. So if it makes 100 million, it's made profit. And that's pretty easy to do for a decent horror film, especially one that has Clayface's name on it. So now you're going to get horror fans and comic book fans. So I think it's a home run. Like if Marvel would have made Clayface, they would have been at $300 million right now and rewritten the script like 14 times. So that's a good thing with what James Gunn is doing. Plus, until tomorrow or Man of Tomorrow comes out, I don't think we can judge his universe just yet. Next year will be a very important year, and then we get Man of Tomorrow. I think by Man of Tomorrow, we'll have a much better idea on how well this is going to go, because Supergirl is a project that James Gunn did not write or direct. The Lanterns TV show. There's I don't know if anything else is coming out. I'm not sure if he has another show planned or if they got anything else going. But with those two right there, then we're working into Man Tomorrow. I think we'll have a much better idea what the James Gunn verse is going to look like and how it's going to go. Just to be fair with.
Oh well, Brave and the Bold. You forget that movie.
I think that's
that movie.
canceled, Ren.
Brave and the Bold. They're working on the script. They're getting really close, and no word on a casting yet for Batman, but there's lots of rumors going around. But apparently the script is close on that one. And they're also making leadway on the Wonder Woman script too. And they're making the show for HBO. Oh, it was about the Amazons, but I forgot what it was called. It was going to be like an Amazon Island focused show on HBO that's still in the scripting stage.
I wanted to ask, wasn't the Pattinson's Batman villain revealed recently, or am I wrong on that one?
I haven't heard anything, but it
might have, because they kind of teased somebody else at the end of Penguin, but then I heard a different one that they just teased it as. So I believe they just did. You're talking like 2 weeks ago, somewhere in that.
Yeah, they mentioned that the villain was someone that we haven't seen yet in live action. And we're going to be really surprised by the take. I think was the what was
Yeah, that's
came
what I
out?
heard too. Yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't hear about who though.
I mean,
Surprised by the take. So, like a Two-Face, but one of the faces is female.
It's gonna be
Something
Kite
like
Man.
Inclusion face.
It's gonna be inclusion face. Like
More like cunt
he's
face.
gonna be Kite Man. That's
My
what it's
face.
gonna be. I hope it's
Ooh,
not
we
like
haven't
Mr.
seen a Kite
Freeze.
Man yet.
I hope it's not like Mr. Freeze and they try to make him all real life. That would
Dude, it's
suck.
gonna be Calendar Man. It's gonna be awesome.
I could see
If
see
it's-
like I could see like a Mad Hatter with someone else as a second villain in the movie though, because he's not actually he's always been like a B tier villain for Batman. But if you pair Mad Hatter with somebody else, which they kind of did too, didn't they do sort of like two villains in the
They
well,
they
oh,
did
what,
in the
not two-
Brave and the Bold stuff. Sometimes they would do the team ups.
So I could see Mad Hatter being, and I mean, he's not too stupid. He's a villain for Batman. And then having someone be the real villain. But that's the only one that like I could see that
So
that
you
comes
see him
to
as a
mind.
supporting. You see him as a secondary / support villain. He's not going to be the main antagonist in the story.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've seen Scarecrow, so they're not gonna like. I would have liked to see a full Scarecrow movie, but we've seen Scarecrow with
Yeah, the Batman Begins.
yeah,
we already
Batman
saw
Begins.
that.
So that's what I'm thinking, and like who
It would be a good contrast with each other because remember the fear gas, right?
right.
And the whole Alice in Wonderland theme. Can you imagine that? It could be like a horror movie almost. They abduct a girl, call her Alice, and he has his own Alice in Wonderland storyline. Meanwhile, Batman has to go look for him to rescue her, but he has to play his game. He has to play Scarecrow and Mad Hatter's game in this world,
Yeah.
and it's just death traps.
Or
and Nirvana.
the only other,
Yep.
and then also the only other villain I think they could use and make him more like, I guess, would be like a younger Killer Croc. So I could see like a Mad Hatter Killer Croc sort of team up if they did that. But those are like the
Ooh,
only
Professor
two that
Pig. That would be good.
that would be good too.
Laps
But I
just
think
put in there Professor
he's-
Pig.
he's too early though, because remember this is still like year 3, year 4, something like that.
Well,
I
yeah,
think
but
they're
this
gonna
is its
retcon
own-
that, dude. They're
It's
gonna
its
say
own
it's
universe, so they don't have to really stick to any kind of guidelines like that. I'd like to see a more physical villain, like a Deathstroke, or
Ooh.
like along those lines, someone that could be, because like we already have the psychological serial killer with Riddler. It'd be nice to go into the next one with more of a physical villain, but it's going to be another crime mystery, so I don't know. I mean, I figured they'd go with like Hush or maybe Court of Owls or something, but who knows?
what about Firefly?
Well,
I think that's too
that's too early.
fantastical.
No, that's too early because remember that movie was made with Brendan Fraser and that Batgirl movie that's still on the shelves. That Firefly was the main villain.
Can you imagine if they just say "fuck it"? We're gonna bring back Brendan Fraser as Firefly.
It should. It should
Just
do that.
bring him back. Then he gets
Yeah.
a paycheck. Everybody's happy. Might as
Oh
well.
yeah, sorry about that. Freaking stupid people calling me
I'll
about
support-
bullshit.
No. It made the show better. You should, consider leaving again.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had a steady comic book movie conversation the entire
Which we were having
time you
before
were
I left.
gone, without any kind of break-ins about you having sex with somebody or something gay or something along those lines spewing out of your mouth.
I will say that DC almost had a DCEU when it Batgirl
Almost
a DCEU.
But they did it on the TV show with Batwoman though, and then they fired her and replaced her with another Batwoman.
I don't know why you just don't release it. Like it's done.
Well,
Just
that's my
release it.
issue too with it.
They could
is like-
rework. They could rework it and have
Yeah.
Michael Keaton back as older Batman. You could kind of wove it into this new universe.
I wouldn't even worry
and
about
as
that.
a
Just
soft
Elseworld
reboot.
it. Just kind of Elseworld it. and
Yeah,
let's
I
see
guess
it.
you
I
could.
mean, throw it out on HBO Max.
I would say put in
Yeah.
the Pattinverse. Put in the
This
Pattinverse.
is-
That way, Batgirl and can interact with them.
This is the problem with their logic of how it works. Is like that's it. We can't release Batgirl because everything that we read about it is essentially awful, right? this is the same company that put out the chopped up Suicide Squad. They put out that Joss Whedon Justice League movie. They put out Wonder Woman 84. They put out Birds of Prey. They dropped The Flash. I don't know if this is the company that's going to be talking about dropping quality movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the Flash was fucking horrible.
yeah, like, we can't release Batgirl. It's awful, but here's the Flash.
Just sell it to Tubi, and we can see it with commercials.
Sell it to Amazon, Tubi, or any streaming service that's desperate for content, right? Let it play. We got the recent Looney Tunes stuff, right? The Acme versus Coyote thing that's coming out soon. They released that Daffy Duck Porky Pig movie.
Were they trying to sell that movie?
They're selling it. A company bought it, right? It's called Ketchup Productions or some weird bullshit.
Oh,
I don't know.
My god!
I don't know why you choose a stupid name like that, but they bought.
Hey, there's a guy called Ray
Tunes
Poupée who's based off Mustard, so anything's possible.
Yeah, but names. For a movie, you're gonna choose Ketchup Productions? What is it?
Tyra
Play on
Banks'
catching
company
up?
is called Bankable Productions. It's people have stupid names for their companies and stuff like that.
I know I guess the play on words. I don't know, but
yeah, but it was just so stupid to me how they said that we can't release this because it's really awful, even though they have had other people make other egregious dog shit. Like, even
what's
Shazam
funny
2
though is if
wasn't
they would
good.
release it now, all of the people would go watch it just to be like, oh well, I have to see what this train wreck was all about.
Right?
Like, it would probably make more money now than it did when it originally.
And supposedly the Porky Pig and Daffy movie, the one where the world ends or whatever with the alien invasion, that wasn't good enough, so that's why they shelved it. In the Acme versus Coyote, same reason, but that company bought it. I mean, I think people should see it, even if it's bad.
Oh, dude,
because that's a lot of art and passion put into it, man.
Remember the Scooby-Doo movie? The Scoob sequel got also shelved the same time the Batgirl movie did, and nobody remembers the Scoob movie getting shelved.
Yeah, but I don't think any voice recordings or animation was ever finished.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think so. At least the Batgirl one, we know the Acme Coyote one was finished. The Porky Pig Daffy Duck one was finished. We don't know about the Scoob 2. For all you know, it could have just been placeholder actors recording their lines and some pencil testing or storyboards.
Wow,
barely
Batgirl
finished.
has to be so bad. It just has to be so bad. They're like, we put $90 million into this, and I would rather jump out of this window than release this film. We're gonna shelve this shit.
I don't know why they don't. I don't know why they just didn't make it a. I don't understand the whole point of streaming, and here's what I mean. Like, you can build up a universe from a stream and then move it to the movies. Like, you could easily do that. Like, MSK has been on many streams before where I've been wondering for the life of me why DC refuses to do a Nightwing movie. Have I not been saying that for years, MSK? Like,
sure. Yeah.
I think they should do a Nightwing movie. They should.
People love Dick Grayson. I don't get, like, he is a popular character. He's he's somewhat like Bruce, but far different. He can fight. I just don't get it.
Yeah,
like,
and they're messing up now with the Clayface movie apparently because it's not a mess up. I haven't seen the movie, but like apparently Nightwing's going to be first introduced in that movie. It's like the Clayface movie introducing Nightwing first is like, I guess I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but it's just odd. You know, it's like that's going to be my first introduction to Dick. No, not pun intended. Not Dick.
We know that's not going to be your first introduction. To Dick.
No,
everyone knows that's not the introduction. Just your latest.
I'm not. I don't like Dick. I don't like Dick. I love Dick Grayson. I love me some Dick. Also, he has a really great ass.
We know
too.
that. We know that.
Nightwing has a fat booty too. Actually, a farm as fuck. You know.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like, I don't get. DC has such a plethora of what they can use, but they just rely on Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. They messed up with Flash because Flash could have been CW. Flash was going good until they started doing some crap after season. What was it, 3? I think the Thinker was like the last. Well, no, the Thinker was like season 4. I don't remember it. The Thinker was like the last.
They fucked up with. they fucked up with the Green Lantern movie originally. Remember?
Oh yeah, they messed that one up too. Yeah,
So
right.
it makes sense on their track record on fucking bombing certain things. It's just with Batman and Superman, that's their bread and butter. With Wonder Woman, she's like the black sheep of the DC movie stuff or
But
TV
Flash
stuff.
could have been your bread and butter too, because I don't
Yeah.
get why do they think that Captain Cole could not be? Captain Cole is very smart. Just because he's a thief, he's considered very smart.
He actually
He's-
has ice powers in some iterations too. It's not just the guy with the
yeah,
guns too.
yeah, but he's actually very intelligent. So I don't understand him and the Rogues. You could have done an easy Captain Cold movie, with the Flash. People love Barry. Some people like Barry. Some people like Wally. But then
Mhm.
you do this stupid ass movie with him going in time, because you see the multiverse and how going through dimensions and all this stuff with Marvel. You try to copy them, and then you do this disgusting having Nick Cage show up as Superman because he wanted to be casted. I think one time he auditioned. It's like
Mhm.
you ruin.
He technically played him in pictures / dress rehearsal on a technicality.
Right.
He never officially because
Yeah.
there's footage of it, right? Of him wearing the costume and taking pictures.
Right.
They never shot official footage outside of the CGI shit in the Flash.
And they thought that was good enough to have CGI
Yeah.
in their movie,
Which was
Fucking
stupid. It's like, no,
retarded
get
fucking-
Nicolas Cage, have him say, I'm the Man of Steel, right? Even in his creepy Nicolas, hey guys, it's me, Nicolas Cage. I'm the man.
Fucking-
just do something crazy like that. You got Nicolas
Dude,
Cage.
fucking
use
awful
him.
movie. It's literally a movie where the dumbest shit is like, the reason why it worked in the Flash season 1 is because his dad and mom were there in the house when the Reverse Flash killed his mom. So you'd believe that, hey, if the dad's here or the knife's here, he's probably the one who did it. The dad literally isn't even at the house at that point in time, at the vicinity, when she's stabbed, and they believe he did it. That makes no sense. Barry would say, hey, my dad didn't do this because he literally wasn't here. And they actually put a guy, what a fucking
You know
piece of
what it
shit
is
for a
though,
plot, dude.
MSK. That happens a lot in real life, like back in the olden days, right?
Yeah.
When because of lack of DNA / forensics,
Yes, yeah.
they would assume that no, the husband did it. Or the
Yeah.
wife did it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah.
why
yeah.
wouldn't they? Like, dude, there was a case where a next door neighbor, right, said that the husband killed his wife and daughters.
Mhm.
And in reality, he was the witness, right? It turned out he was the killer. That innocent man was put to death like a year later, and they found out he did it, and they pardoned him 50 years after the fact because they wrongfully accused him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
that
yeah.
happens. Back in the 1950s, they literally said, oh, no, it's the husband. He did it.
It was just so odd seeing that because, like, the dad went to go get, like, tomato sauce or something. Well, don't they have surveillance cameras even from that time period? They would know if he was there.
Probably not good. Like, unless it's like government facilities or expensive
Yeah.
stores. No, probably.
I was like, man, this is. And then remember, they go back in time and they mess up like 50,000 times where it made that one Barry become Dark Flash, the villain that we never saw in the movie beside like once. It's like, what kind of movie
Which was
this?
drooling, and like if he was retarded. Not sorry to use the R word, but he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing this for so long and slop." Like, how are you slobbering?
First of
And
all,
you-
how does someone fail that many times? If you fail that many times in life, straight up, you suck. Just stop being a superhero.
Yeah, you're a moron. If
Yeah,
you
Just
fail.
actually strat.
if you have those powers and you can fucking time travel and you fucking failed, unless it's
failed that
magic
many
or
times.
gods, like magic power users or gods
Yeah.
screwing with you, there
But-
is no excuse for
you know
to
who
be
really needs to
failing.
get blamed? It's not even DC itself. It's Snyder, not Snyder himself. Snyder cultists made these movies not perform because they till this day you still hear people like, we want Cavill, we want this, we want the guy that plays Cyborg. It's like, give it up. They're not gonna come back. Why do you guys keep preaching for this? They're never coming back. These people are just like roaches. You stomp on one and then another 10 pop out of the like, they just don't stop. And I think
I would say Twinkies because Twinkies and cockroaches can't they can survive a nuclear bomb.
ugh,
That's a
Twinkies,
proven thing.
so disgusting.
Yeah, Twinkies, yeah, they're sweet, they're nasty. There's
Like my
always going to
wife.
be Twinkies. There will always be Twinkies.
I will never
It's
eat
just-
them.
Twinkies, a little. I won't say overrated, but they're all right. There's better.
But you
sweets.
enjoy things with cream filling, right?
Yeah.
MSK?
Oh,
Oh, my
great.
God.
I don't just sit there and
Plus,
deep throat
MSK
them.
loves dick-shaped objects too.
No,
so.
no. Saying I like Nightwing doesn't mean I like. Okay, I love Dick. I like Nightwing. That doesn't mean I
Oh,
love
boy.
penis, right? I'm straight, obviously. You know, I have sex with
Straight
women.
for dick.
Is it obvious?
But I think it says a lot though about James Gunn, how he takes a character like, let's be honest here, outside of Suicide Squad, I had no idea who Peacemaker was. No idea who Christopher
I
Smith was
I didn't know
at
who he
all.
was either. When I first saw him, right? I just thought he was just a Captain America parody that was a bad guy. That's all I
Yeah.
thought. Because that's how obscure he was. Like, what are you supposed to be Captain America if he was a fucking gun-towing, assassin or work for hire?
Yeah, so I mean
That's what
that's
I
just
thought.
that's a testament to him, how he can take a character like that and get 2 seasons out. And I believe that they're not doing a season 3 because they're going to do a completely new show, which probably will be either Checkmate by the end. Well, if you saw Peacemaker
Or Waller? They've
or
still
Waller.
been teasing that for years.
Yeah, and Waller was originally supposed to be Peacemaker season 2, so it might be. It's going to be called Waller, but Peacemaker and the Checkmate crew are going to be heavy in it. So they're gonna. So it's going to be kind of like Peacemaker season 3, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, which
So it's basically
ahead.
that. So it's basically season 3 of Peacemaker without calling it that for legal reasons.
Kind of.
Because then they would have
Years
to pay
before
John
that.
Cena more money. It makes sense though. It's a Netflix model, right?
Mhm.
That's why certain shows got canceled, and if not, they'll just change it to a different show
Oh,
title.
also, I think they want to kind of like I think James Gunn wants to branch off and not just keep not milking, but like Peacemaker's going good. Let's give it a break and then work, like get the fans invested in something else as well, which I think kind of makes sense because I mean, I don't get me wrong, we all will agree Viola Davis is like probably the best casting for Waller, right? Like, I could never
Yes.
see anyone ever play Amanda Waller.
Dude, any black woman on the Section 8 housing could take that role, dude.
Oh,
Oh
your
my
mom?
Oh, you are on crack.
I'm just saying, any Shaniqua from Walmart.
Next, you're
UC
gonna
with
say
a weave.
Whoopi Goldberg and Monique
Hey, if the shoe
and
fits.
Sherry
Queen
Shepherd.
Latifah, yeah.
Okay, if Megan
crack,
the Stallion was Amanda Waller, would we notice a difference there? Being honest here,
Yes, we would.
Yes, you would.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
because
she'd be
Megan
wearing
Thee
a
Stallion
thong.
can't act.
because
Because
one's
she'd
a
wear a
monkey
thong with a
and one's
cowboy hat
chimpanzee.
And she'd be twerking
Oh.
too.
Oh
and
God,
smoking some weed while she's doing and
Did you
drinking.
get
Yep.
racism
45.
on your punch card laps? Because
might
we
as
entered
well
that
just
area now.
cast Cardi B as Wonder Woman. Then you know,
The only thing I hate, not hate James Gunn, I don't like the fact that he killed off Captain Boomerang and Rick Flag. I think those were the worst decisions ever.
oh,
I mean, you got
Suicide
Rick Flag
Squad.
Sr. now. We got Grillo.
well,
Yeah,
thing
but-
is, he might be back since that Suicide Squad movie was in the DCEU. Unless
No,
they
he's-
counted
No,
this
he's
one.
not.
They could
You're
just
again
retcon
showing
it.
your
They
ignorance
could
by not
literally go
watching
to another-
Peacemaker 2.
They could literally go to another universe and pluck him out and say he's alive.
Good
That's
lord,
all they can do.
multiverse is such.
Yeah,
cop-out
they just
bullshit.
did that in Peacemaker 2. They're pretty much guaranteeing that that's not going to be the thing. They're not doing multiverse things. Rick Flag's dead. He's the entire arc for Rick Flag Sr. But now we got Frank Grillo. I would argue better.
Yeah,
I
but
think the only complaint I have with Rick Flag was that the last episode of Peacemaker, his personality change was almost jarring. Like during Creature Commandos,
I mean, Coke will
he
do
was-
that to you.
well, he was caring about the metas in Creature Commandos, but then you go to the final episode of Peacemaker, and he's doing like cocaine while soldiers are dying in this
hear
multiverse
ya.
stores. It was a really I mean, you keep the end because that fits perfectly with the rage of a father, but it was weird on how he turned. There was even rumors that that wasn't the Rick Flag from Creature
that could be
Commandos,
Clayface.
that
That's
that
what.
was possibly could be
I don't
Clayface.
believe that is the case. Like they showed an arc for him, so you do have to kind of see it through multiple different properties. But like in Creature Commandos, he's still not by the books. Like he sleeps with what's her name now?
But yeah, he didn't treat his underlings as they were expendable, and that's what he was doing in Peacemaker.
The multiverse. For sure. But
yeah.
he still was willing to sleep with the princess and possibly cost the entire mission. Like, even when he was working the most upright that we've seen him, he was still willing to get horizontal. I don't know. Like, I hear what you're saying, but then going through this whole thing, so everything that he was doing up until that point was to find out the identity of Peacemaker, essentially, who took out his son. He needed to find that information so that he could then work towards getting his revenge. And man, I can see a man spiraling. To me, it totally works. But again, I'm white knighting this thing. I'm totally a gun simp at this point.
I think Luthor is also playing a part in how Flag is acting too, because that's building up to Man of Tomorrow as well. So you got to put that in.
Well, the juxtaposition between the Superman scenes and then what you get in Peacemaker season 2, just man, I love that journey.
I just thought it was weird because everything was good up until that last episode where he showed. And the only problem I had with that last episode was the nonchalant, the way he was treating people under his command were viciously being murdered, and he just didn't care. And for me, it was just out of character because it's like this guy was apologized to Superman. Even though he does break rules, and of course he's already fucking the robot chick. But I just didn't get why. Like, there was no reason for that. Like even as like for the storyline wise, like it's like why would he all of a sudden now just
they kind of show you that, like with
not care. Well, he didn't
with Harcourt.
Nothing happened that made sense on why he would care if his underlings all of a sudden stop caring that his underlings were dying. Like
they do kind of show you that, like even his progression with Harcourt, like they're showing you that. Does he really care, or is that just the impression that you're getting? Like they do that specifically where he's like, don't call me Major Flag or whatever, call me Rick. And then she does call him Rick, and he just completely kind of plays it off like he doesn't care or whatever. To me, that is that whole progression. Like, was this all a facade? Was it just a way to get to the information that he needs to do this mission? That's what it seems like to me. That was my interpretation.
Yeah, I could see that. For me, it was a bit jarring because I didn't think that when I first saw it. I was like, why the hell does he not care about his underlings anymore? That one was just really jarring to me because it was like, this is Rick Flag is completely acting out of character from what he's been doing up to this point. But I can see he's just putting on a facade. I wish they would have delved into that more, like maybe actually get into an argument or maybe have him explain it more. It just happened. It was just kind of like all of a sudden now he's a cokehead who doesn't care about his underlings. And it's like, okay, I didn't understand why. But you could be like you just said, it's just, he's accomplished his mission. He doesn't need any of them anymore. So now he doesn't have to act nice to them. Like, maybe it's that.
All right, DK, yeah, it'd be awesome to have you on the show again. Just gotta hit me up on Twitter and let me know what days you want to be on. We're gonna wrap it up here in just a moment. We had an awesome show tonight. Sorry I stepped out for a little bit, but you guys carried the conversation good because that's what I hired you guys for. You get paid the big bucks to do that.
Shut up.
I thought you. Oh my, Wurren, your city is gonna be ran by a 9/11. So.
Abdul Akbar, yeah, I don't know.
Yes. I mean, to be completely fair, is it going to be even worse than what it is right now?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's terrible. That's bad. That's actually
it is.
It could actually even get worse. That is crazy.
The
honestly.
fact that the thing is like, and I don't want to drag the show on, is that he wants the buses to be free, but they said that the buses, the MTA here in New York is going to raise the fare for the buses because they want to keep doing fixes. So now, if you're going to now make the buses free, but the subways, then that means they don't meet their budgets for all the projects they want to do for the next upcoming years. How are you that moronic? I'm sorry, that doesn't make any logic, right? Just right off of that bat, because the subways, yes, they still do good, but you got to remember this city, a lot of people, the subways aren't as full as it was even since people have been coming back to the office because now companies are still do work from home, even though they're trying to now get people back in the office and are like mandating stuff. But a lot of companies are work from home, so it's not as filled. So like, I don't see it, but listen, I'm gonna make sure
What if?
all I'm gonna do
What
is
if?
make sure I start taking firearm courses, having a pipe with me, and a knife in my back pocket. That's it. I'll be good.
What if the buses are an attempt to clear up the subway, though? The buses are free, so get the people out of the subway and up
Have
onto
you
the
been
bus.
on New York? Okay, great. Have you been on New York City
I
bus?
have, but yeah, I'm just saying, if it's free though, and you got to pay to get in the subway, maybe the people start sleeping on the buses, and the subway cars
Bro,
will be a little bit more roomy.
I
You're
know
gonna have
Wurren doesn't take
homeless
this.
and smelly ass crazy people now on the buses. Come
Yeah, on the
on.
free bus. Come on, that'll
Wait,
encourage
isn't
everybody
this
else
the
to pay
same
the.
guy? I swear this is the same guy that said he wanted to empty the prisons. It's like, how in the world did you think that was a good thing to say?
You
No,
talking about Zordon Montgomery?
yeah, he had mentioned
Yeah,
he
he
wanted to
said that
empty
he
prisons. So,
wants to
so
empty Rikers
essentially,
Island.
this guy wants to dump very dangerous people back onto the streets, like rapists, serial killers, PDFs, and people that may have committed arson.
Oh,
Just
let
one
me
thing before you go. One thing. There was a person that got thrown in jail in New York because the person literally lit somebody on fire.
Yeah, I was there the week before, in the exact spot where that person got
And he wants
lit up.
that person to be on the streets. Yeah, it's gonna get
Hey,
worse.
they're just misunderstood. It was cold out,
let
MSK.
me
You don't
give you
understand. It
That's
was
an
around
isolated
Christmas.
incident.
let me give you some context.
Hey, go ahead.
So
Yeah.
it's basically there was a plan to by 2027 to Rikers Island. We all know that. We've seen it. If you've ever watched the movie The Rock, well, no, that's Alcatraz. Sorry, it's a different movie. But Rikers Island,
Wrong coast, buddy.
wrong coast. Yeah, wrong. That's why I instantly corrected myself. Rikers Island by 2020 is supposed to be. They're supposed to close it down, but then they realized, well, we need where we're going to put these prisoners, just like MSK said. So during the debate, they two different candidates said basically that they would. Cuomo, which was another candidate, and Silva said, "Oh, we're gonna just renovate it and add more buildings to it, which makes more sense to house more prisoners." This guy's like, "Oh, we're still gonna empty them." Like, buddy, you live in your co-op, making almost 250 grand a year. You're gonna still be okay with your doorman in the front of the door. Like, I don't understand. I think the problem with people, especially millennials, is they hear the word free, but because they have, no offense, jobs as baristas and they're like a starving musician or they're an actor, they're like, oh my god, free sounds so great, yeah, gender theorists. They're like, with these stupid majors that don't mean jack shit, and they're like struggling. They hear
What do
the
you
word
mean?
free.
Lesbian pottery is not a major you want to study in college?
No, it's pretty cool. You just kind of rub two pots together.
It's just like, I mean, to me, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think this is a blessing because now this just makes sure that when we have another presidential election, that's just going to probably be another Republican at this point. Because
You hope, right? You hope, man. Dude,
because
did you see the video of the lady? I think CNN interviewed her. Dude said, "Why are you gonna vote for the Muslim guy?" She was like, because she said he's asked, "Who'd you vote for?"
Yeah, I saw.
You saw that? She was like, "Yeah, I voted for him." He was like, "Why?" "I don't know." Fuck this. That's
Hey,
MSK.
She
Can you
doesn't
explain-
know because it's the party, man. It's
I would
because
legit
she's a
never.
Democrat.
If I heard someone say they want to empty prisons, getting my vote would be impossible. That's the dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life.
Did you just have mayoral elections on Tuesday?
We had it for that one prop. I can't remember exactly what it was for.
Okay. And did you vote for it? Did you make an informed vote? Do you know the reasons why you voted one way or the other?
I kind of do. I can't say it right now because I'm.
Oh, you kind of do.
I'm still fuzzy.
But you can't say it now.
I'm super
Could that be
fuzzy on the details.
like that
I
lady?
think it's, I think it's because Gavin Newsom wants to strong arm in having more Democrat seats than Republican seats. I'm pretty sure that's the goal of it from everything that I did gather, but I don't even know where to vote here for that stuff, dude. It would probably be in a part of town that I just can't get to, honestly. Because when I passed the place where I voted for
if you had
Trump,
a free bus, maybe you could get
Oh
there.
my!
oh my god, dude!
Oh,
The place that I voted for the place that I voted for Trump,
You're a
the
fool,
which the
Gray.
community center, it didn't have it there.
Well, they don't have mail-in ballots. We have mail-in
I
ones.
didn't
They just
get
send me a
anything, dude.
ballot in the mail, and then I just rip it
Dude,
up
I
and
literally
throw it
didn't
out.
get anything. I would have, but I just didn't get anything. So that's how we are right now. And then
Are you
also-
registered to vote?
Yeah, no, we have provisional here, so you could just show you're a legal age and ID, and you could vote. Because I never voted at any point until
That's right.
last
You're
election.
in California. You
Yeah.
can vote if you're an immigrant, if you're dead,
Yeah.
if you're whatever. Everyone votes in California.
Dude, and then I think another reason why he won, because I was looking at the polls, the other guy who came in at like 40%, he was running as an independent. Now, the thing is, the thing with being an independent, people kind of consider that fence sitting. They would have liked you to be one or the other, despite what contrary to popular belief that they don't like the two-party system. The other guy was running as an independent, and I was like, he got 40% just being independent, but people see that as fence sitting. So,
Well,
you know?
context: he ran independent because he thought he could beat Mom Donnie.
He did.
But
Yeah, I remember that.
the problem is that he so Curtis Silva, who was the other candidate, is a Republican, and Cuomo basically kind of shunned any sort of Republicans to kind of like get the votes, and didn't realize that if he just had kept his mouth shut and just kind of appealed to like what he's doing and kept the Republic, he could have got those Republican votes, and Sewell would have probably dropped out and he would have had a better chance. But because they don't think that any conservatives live in New York City, that it's just blue, which that's what cost him the race.
Every time I hear Siwa's name, I think JoJo Siwa.
Yeah,
They could be related. You never know. Warren.
She would have been a better pick than the choices that New York had.
Sela,
but that dude, like that's the mayor now. They're doomed over there. That guy.
Oh, I know.
He's gonna fucking kill New York, the economy, all that.
I'm
free this, free that. Like that sounds good on paper for things certain free, like for people who can't afford it. But if it's everybody, then you're losing.
Oh, the Mondani
income.
guy. Wasn't he talking about having government sponsored like liquor stores or some shit like that?
So he wants to have
city operated grocery stores.
Do you know how empty those things will be every time? That's like I just don't understand. Like it's these people that are like,
people just straight up hate right wingers, dude.
That are messenger bag workers or baristas. I'm sorry, I have to stereotype here. It's those people.
No, dude, you're not wrong. I think these people, they just legitimately hate right wingers so much that they think that voting for the other thing is gonna make it like they're taking a stance. Like, I don't like you guys so much that I'd rather pick the other people that I also probably don't like as much either. Because you ask these people, they don't really like Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or most of these people, but they just don't like the other people that much more. They're just choosing this other opposition, which is stupid. That's horrible.
Yeah, if you have the choice to pick something, right? Don't do nothing. And when I mean nothing, pick the worst outcome from that said metaphorical nothing.
Oh God! Well,
I think we should all not vote. For one whole cycle, just no one vote. Like, you guys all suck, and all your candidates suck.
Yeah.
And either until you do better, until you all leave, we're not going to vote. Just 0 votes in America.
They should just create interim like mayors or politicians. If we're not going to have an election, just fucking no. We're just create a interim politicians until they actually get their act together.
I want a gladiator style tournament, and whoever's the strongest becomes president.
That would be awesome, but we know that they're not going to do that.
Stronger comes along.
Do that.
That would be great, but they're pussies. They're not going to. Are you going to have these? No, They're gonna
Dude,
get fed
do
to
it
the
the way
lions.
Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg was gonna do it. Do a boxing match. Trump versus whoever. If he wins, you be president again for the
We
next
should
4
go
years.
Yeah,
back
give him
to the-
another third or fourth term. Yeah, if he
We need to
wins
go
the
back to the
boxing
old
match.
ways. Like, we have a problem with Russia. Okay, you bring your greatest warrior, and we'll
Oh
bring
my
our
God,
greatest
Warren, that you
warrior,
can't do that.
and then whoever wins the war. I think we need.
we
Yeah,
could
and
do,
the
start
loser
doing that
dies,
stuff.
right?
we
The
could do
loser.
what was that old thing they do in the movies? Do turn and shoot. Shit.
We're already
yeah,
like 10
or
years
knife
away
fighting,
from
or sword fighting. MSK. They used to sword fight or knife fight, like
Good
dueling
Lord.
style,
yeah.
like that.
MSK.
We're almost down to the point where we're going to have live action executions here.
You could do
Probably the next 10
forest
years.
of
so.
do the forest of
Like,
death from Naruto. but
MSK.
Do it in that Brazilian island with all those snakes. Forest of death.
Oh God, or
I'm
in
gonna pause in here
Australia.
really quick. So, does MSK think that there's a name for that turn and shoot thing? Do you know what the concept of that is called?
I mean, you could
You,
call
you
it
don't have to
both-
use guns.
You could both get fucked. That's kind of just another way of
What?
looking at it too. 'Cause
So I
one of
think
you's
the
getting
concept
fucked.
that you're
You
looking
get
for
both.
is called a duel, and what you could do is fight the other person to the death. That is what Warren was talking about, but you decided
Great.
to like
Fighting
circle
is
back
gay.
around in a dumber way.
Great. Fighting is gay. Okay, if you're a homo.
Instead, you're just gonna turn and shoot.
That's the easier way. Why would I fight somebody when I can just blow their head
That's
off?
literally fighting, though.
It's gun. I guess. Okay, that's
It is if you're going to
mentality.
use a bow and arrow, a gun, or whatever type of weapons,
Yeah.
bombs, grenades, etc. Those
Well,
are
it's-
technically
it-
fighting.
without
Only a Muslim
practice-
is bringing a bomb to these fights.
Without
We know only
practice,
Muslims
it's
do that.
amazingly hard to hit anything with a pistol. So
True,
I
yeah.
would, yeah, sure, go ahead, because I don't think you could hit me with a pistol from.
We get a
10
duel
feet.
to the death. Hell yeah. So yeah, I don't know, because like there was a study that I saw today. It came across my phone because they give you this news updates. Apparently,
'Cause
like
You regularly get studies on your phone.
yes,
You read a headline.
yeah. We should probably cover for a video. It's actually pretty interesting. The headline read like Gen Z thinks that jobs are demoralizing or some shit. Like what the hell?
Well, they are.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. None of us like doing jobs. We just kind of do them for money.
The problem is that the job that your father did that got him a house and 2 cars and your mom didn't have to work, those kids are doing the Zers, the millennials are doing those jobs now, and they're living in an apartment, and both them and their wives are working, and they don't have anyone to watch their kids. They can only afford 1 car. The problem is it's not that people don't want to work. The problem is people don't want to kill themselves and not even get a quarter of the shit that their parents got for it. It used to be kill yourself at a mill your entire life and you'll get a house out of it. Now we want you to do that same mill job with less people, and you're not going to be able to afford a car payment and an apartment at the same time while making more money than your father did that worked at the mill. The problem is,
Well,
you know,
yeah.
You can always move to Thailand.
I've
It's
thought
like-
about it.
Hey,
You know,
MSK has heavily thought about that.
I've never heavily been. I'm not a lady boy connoisseur. I'm a lady.
Not yet, but one day you will get your career as ladyboy sommelier.
I will say this. Just adding to Warren's point, when you hear them talk about jobs, they're like, damn, I got to go to work for like 5 years, 10 hours straight to get paid. Yes. What do you think people did for money to make you have your life? It's like they want the end of it, but they don't want to get through that middle part to get to that
the
part
problem is they can't get to the end of it.
fast
The
enough.
problem in
Fast
today's
enough, yeah.
society now
Yeah.
is that if your parents are working class, the chances of you becoming middle class are almost impossible now compared to what it was 20 years ago. The ability to move up and increase wealth by generation has gone down. This will be the Gen Zers were like the first generation, or the millennials were the first generation that was poorer and worse off than the previous one before them. So we don't have a problem. It's not a problem with people being lazy. It's a problem with people being asked to do the same or more work for a tenth of what you used to be able to afford before it. Like, why would you go work 7 days a week at a mill, 12-hour shifts, to the point where you just hate your life and you want to die, but you can't even afford a house to do it. The reason why you did those jobs is because you could get a house out of it and other stuff and vacations and retirement.
At least a retirement. Yeah, at least you have
There's
that.
there's no more pensions. Good luck getting a fucking pension right now. Retirements are fucking bullshit. I mean, it is not a good time right now to go out and try to find a job. Like people talk about with SNAP benefits. I'm going to get on my soapbox here. Okay, you have a mom.
People? Hell yes.
You have a mom with 4 kids.
Oh, damn it.
She's on SNAP. If you take those SNAP benefits away, what kind of job is she going to have in order to replace that money? So what I mean is that it's not as just simple as, well, go get a job at McDonald's and then we can take away your benefits, because now you're making less money overall and your kids are going to starve because you don't have enough money to buy food because you went out and got a full-time job at McDonald's. So the problem is when you have a gap between benefits and what it takes to get to compensate for those benefits, the people in between that gap, if you need to make $25 to compensate for when you weren't working for your SNAP benefits, well then if you can't find a job that makes $25 or more, now you're going to be making less than you were before. Now your kids do have a chance of not having the same amount of food or along those lines. Like we have a massive problem right now with people and the wealth gap that's growing and growing and growing in this country that really is going to come to a very serious head here.
Oh, great. Not great. Oh my God. You guys look the same. Fuck. Wurren, the only thing I'd say to that is, you said mom 4 kids. To be fair, nobody told her to go and have 4 kids that she couldn't support, right?
Well, okay,
we got to be a little bit fair there. If she's choosing 4 different guys,
then we don't do anything.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
So your thing is like, okay, well, you screwed up. Fuck your kids, you know. And
no. I'm just pointing out that
if any of them survive, we won't have to worry
No, it's not
about
guerrilla
them.
warfare. No, what I'm saying is like when someone does that, I understand. It's just gonna be tough. Kids, they're gonna struggle. I understand it, but it's like that's the life you chose. You know what I mean? Especially after, like, if she knew that she couldn't afford having 2 of them, she wouldn't have had 2 more. It's like I do understand. I understand from both points of views, but it's like I don't know if it's like you said before. What job could she get to make up for that? It's like being on the system is more beneficial, even though it kind of subsidizes women just being a bunch of whores.
Well, that's the problem is the system pays more than what the ability of job they could get to. So what they need to do is either figure out some way how to fill that gap, so that way the 2 parents that are both working full-time jobs and don't have enough money to get by can get assistance and help them out a bit, and then not just pay someone who doesn't do any jobs $50,000-$60,000 a year in benefits. I mean, it's there's a huge gap. You see it really bad in blue states like ours, California and Washington.
Oh yeah,
there.
Or you could simply just, I mean, this sounds kind of fucked up, but a lot of your parents potentially struggled with doing it too. You didn't have any benefits sometimes. Sometimes in life, you're going to have
my dad makes more money on retirement than me and my brother make together working full time.
Yeah, but you know, when
my
your dad was
had
working,
no problem. Boomers had no problem. They had the golden economy. They had houses that were easy to buy. They have retirements that let them keep their big fancy trucks. The boomers had no problems at all.
Yeah.
I'm a Gen Xer. I got to watch the American dream die when the stock market crashed in 2007. I got to watch essentially what I was told my entire life growing up is that you have to go get a good job, wife, and a house, and all this other stuff. I watched all of that shit disappear.
Yeah, so remember the whole thing of going to college too? They're like, yeah, you got to go to college, get married, and all this other stuff.
It's like college is fucking
and then but I think the other way to look at it is because there was always middle class people that couldn't afford certain things. There's going to be times in life where that's going to be a thing. Like hardship is unavoidable in most cases, right? You know, like if that mom wants to really get ahead in life and get off the system, there's going to be a month where they struggle. It's just going to be the thing. But but if she believes in herself enough and she wants to put her head down into the sand and work hard through it to make sure that doesn't happen again, you know?
Yeah, but the problem is the jobs are disappearing.
That's the problem too.
Family wage jobs are disappearing.
There's a couple of things.
There's a lot of stuff.
Sorry,
No,
Sorry, other Wurren has to
no,
go.
well, no. I just want to say one thing with the SNAP benefits, man. Like, listen, there's people that are abusing that stuff, and let me tell you something. I am jumping for joy from what I'm seeing with like with some of these people, because like when I'm seeing Shaniqua with like 7 kids and getting knocked up again, saying she's proud and happy, and like they can't, and then Section 8 gives them a house, and all they gotta pay is $100 in rent, and they don't want to pay it. I'm like, wait a minute, my taxpayers' dollars is supporting you, and you don't want to pay $100. Like, I'm happy you got the house, but like, be grateful, use it right, get on. Like, I
Yeah,
think people
I
people
agree with what
abuse
you said there
this.
too.
I,
There,
I
it's
the
this
abusers, the
assumption.
ones I don't like. Those are
It's
those are the
just the
people I don't like.
assumption that they're all these nice people is so wrong. My ex, I could bring her on the show. She will tell you these people ain't shit. They're mostly just drug addicts, and they use their SNAP benefits for stuff that's not even beneficial for them. I'm just saying that this narrative that they're all just nice people is so
So wait, that completely
beyond
confirms
wrong.
it then?
I live in a
Anyone
big ass
interested in
state.
you is on drugs?
I'm just pointing. I live in a big ass state, dude. There's a lot of bad people here on the
Yeah,
system.
I think the SNAP benefits do like for instance, I gotta, and then I'll head off.
No, we're gonna
I have,
actually end it. We're gonna end anyway. It's getting time here anyway. So
oh, I have a
go ahead
friend.
with that, and then we'll just start with the outros. Okay.
Long story short, I had a friend. He's been on SNAP and he has anxiety, he has depression as well. Can confirm it. He's on medication. Do you know what for the last 12 years? Do you know what his days is? He wakes up, he brushes his teeth, takes a poop, makes some breakfast, plays TCG Arena, then takes off TCG Arena. He then what's it called? After that, he catches up with his Netflix shows, his YouTube shows, takes another nap, gets on Discord, starts talking with friends, plays other games and fills out the dailies, and then he goes to bed. And he's been doing that
That's
for the last
awesome.
12 years. Off of
Sounds like
God
he does
bless
way
him.
more than MSK.
Yeah, God bless him.
Hey, yeah, but hey,
yeah.
poor people are all innocent angels that don't do wrong with money that they're
God, I
given.
wish I could have that life. Just wake up, play
Right?
play
Yeah.
video games.
That's
and
what
not
it is.
have
You
to-
guys are just fucking jealous. That's all it is.
No,
Just
it's
jelly.
just one of those things where people are like, but some of them that I've talked to, they're like, but if I got a job, things be hard. Fucking hardship is unavoidable. Who gives a fuck? We all do it. We do it so they get to have the life. Who gives a fuck? I'm sorry, that's life. Oh, boo-hoo. You won't have food for a month or a week.
Thank you so much,
hell.
MSK, for walking so that we could lounge.
Yes, you're right, Gray. We walk so they could run.
As
Yes.
a matter of fact, you should pay some more taxes so I don't have to go to work.
And you might need to go walk some more, MSK.
I'm just pointing
Somewhere
out
with
that
grass.
when we're
Go
like
touch some
the
grass.
people that subsidize all that shit, we get told shit. How dare you tell that person to improve their life?
But
what the
to
fuck?
play devil's advocate, yes, not everyone on there is an angel, but also too, not everyone on there is a scam artist looking for a free handout. Also,
I agree.
So
I agree.
you have to play that game.
Yeah,
You got to be careful how you play that game too.
There are
I
people who really do need that, and there are freeloaders. MSK, you're right. There are people that are abusing the system, but there are some that's like, dude, they have multiple children. The dad's not around because either he's not in the picture or he's in jail.
Yeah, things happen. That's fine.
Things
Yeah,
happen. You
dads
can't
plural.
really you can't, like, the kids, they're gonna starve to death if that's not
Some
good.
dads run out of cigarettes.
That's okay. If they go to heaven, they'll always have plenty
I will
bellies.
just say this: our kids are obese. They're not starving. Our kids are literally obese. Just pointing out, they're getting too much food.
You can get obese off of eating salads in America.
That's
You can
true,
eat a
too.
burger.
Our
You
food
can
is
eat
so
a Whopper and get fat from that.
Our
Like,
food is so
the
fucked over here.
chemicals. The
I think-
chemicals they put, you're gonna look a certain way.
An easy
Okay.
resolution is simple. Just have some sort of restrictions and make these people do stuff and do like they do with like how child services check up on kids. Check up on these people and make sure that they're doing and keep them accountable so you can weed out. I think if they had a method to weed out these bad apples, people wouldn't be judging them. I think that's the problem. There
Yeah,
has to be a little
I
bit
agree.
reform.
Yeah, I think the general common good person doesn't mind helping someone out. But then when you have all these people that abuse the system, it makes you go, well, because like people keep thinking if you just throw more money at it, it's gonna make it better. It doesn't. We spent a lot of money. It never made it better. That's just whoever told anybody that is a liar. We spent a lot of money helping these people, and it doesn't change jack shit, honestly. But we gotta wrap it up here because it is late, and I have to head out myself too. So we'll start with Allomar Nexus. Do you have anything coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Me. Yeah, I've got a video coming out tomorrow or on the next day about Fantastic Four being communist propaganda, the new movie. So still working on it. Yeah, and you can find me on Allomar Nexus on YouTube.
Hell yeah, man. It's good to have you on for the first time. Wurren, we'll have you on next week, obviously. Anything you got planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
No. Just enjoy life and to socialism.
Yes.
Taste.
Because Shaniqua's on the system who have like 7 baby daddies. Fuck you. Wrap your legs up, bitch. No one wants.
Not sure you understand what socialism means, MSK.
No.
Hey, King Style.
Oh yeah, King's got
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Friday and Saturday on Sci-Fax, and also Saturday with my yeah, that's about, and then obviously next Monday, if something were to happen, unless I'll be back on here, and the Wednesday after that. So
Yeah, your
you
contract's
go.
got to be adjusted. I might have to give you a raise, actually.
Everyone's demanding it.
Yes, we're gonna have a battle royal for Monopoly money.
Yes,
we're gonna
have a
fucking fight.
duel of the. We're gonna have a duel just for a raise. You're gonna have to face off against
my-
the other. You have to
You
face
get
off against
5 more
Gray.
MSK bucks an hour.
Yes.
Well, we might want to unionize for
Yes.
equal representation.
I
Unionize.
want a
Oh no, we're not
union.
getting into that discussion. Oh my god, no, not doing it tonight. All right, great. What you got planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Sure. Some have said that the panel shows are a great idea, but there's got to be a better way than having this on MSK's channel. And now there is. All you need to do is go over to YouTube at Last Panel 1, and you can have exactly what you get here, only with the fat trimmed, so to speak. That's right. You can have an MSK All-Star panel minus all the dead weight. And most of that is coming from the upper left quadrant of the screen. But if you want to know what we mean, usually it's Friday nights. However, I believe it is now shifted to Thursday night this week because there's something else on Friday. So, I think we're either talking about an MCU tier list or we're doing the Saturday morning cartoons. Either way, you want to join an all-star panel who's discussing that. Come on over. It's at the ground floor. Right now, it's a secret. It's a very small but good community. You could be a part of it. You could be in on something from the beginning. This is that time. This is your time. A time. The last panel. And then Thinkers also tomorrow night. Again, it's a tongue-in-cheek name that we were sarcastically given, but it's a group of international people that get together and discuss everything that's going on. I think we're possibly talking about Matt Walsh's weird take on pop culture essentially died after 2008. I think that might be the thing tomorrow, but check it out. YouTube at That Darn Kidda for the Thinkers. That's all I got going on. Lunchbox Warren, what do you have going on, sir?
What the hell did you just say?
Well, tomorrow I'll be on the last panel with Laps Comics and Grey Poupée. And then after that, Thursday night, I will be doing another Batman Arkham Origins stream. Then on Friday, I will be on the MSK show. Saturday, I'm going to be doing another draw stream, but it's going to be a kind of a fan art draw stream where I draw something on paper, either an anime character or something along those lines. And then back to Monday will be another game stream. And then on Tuesday, I'll be back to be drawing on Sig and Joe on my Lunchbox Comics draw stream. So yeah, catch me at Lunchbox Comics on YouTube, and I'll be floating around all week.
Yes, and me, last but not least, the top G, the Riz Master, the Aura Farmer.
I know least.
Tomorrow. Okay.
The child predator.
Oh, good Lord. I'm not Diddy or R. Kelly. Nope. I'm still waiting on Confessions Part 3 that Diddy did it. I'm waiting on it, Usher. Put it out, man. So,
The Riz Master, the lover of dick.
Dick Grayson. Grayson. I love Dick Grayson, not penis, obviously. There's a distinction between the two, you know? There's a popular there's a popular clothing brand named Dick's, actually. You think I shop there? No, that's homosexual. So, and I'm not a ladyboy connoisseur because I do not live in Thailand. So, we're good.
Yet.
Yet? No, there's not
Yet.
a yet. I'm fucking poor and black. You think I want to move to Thailand? Good Lord. So, what was I gonna say? Okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna be either streaming the Cloud9 podcast with Chaz or playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So I'm probably gonna end up doing both because I have to go help Lennon take down something at her house. She wanted help with that. So probably just gonna have the Cloud9 podcast, and then if I'm feeling up to it, then I'll probably stream Master Duel after that, and then that would be what's tomorrow? So that's Thursday. So essentially, just be on the lookout for that. I have the Cloud9 podcast tomorrow, or a game stream, whether it be Yu-Gi-Oh! Or it'll be League. Then I have a whole bunch of shit coming up for this weekend. It's gonna be a banger. I got a girl coming on the show. We're gonna have a one-on-one, a nice conversation. You guys are gonna get to see my MSK-ness in action. You won't be there to ruin it for me.
Sure, it'll be her last appearance, though.
I hope not. You know,
Just
I-
what's one more restraining order?
hey, they don't call me Big Daddy for no reason, obviously. But no, it was great having great seeing Wurren again. He's the other War now. We have Wurren. Oh God, duel. You guys have to do a pistol fight. Come on, man. Turn and
One
shoot.
of us needs to be Warren Prime.
The Battle of the Warrens. Is that what you're saying?
The Council of Warrens. That's what we need, actually.
Yeah, we need like 4 more Warrens, so that we can have the Council of Warrens, a show where we review comic books and movies.
Comic books are for sweaty, fat nerds who don't get women. So, thank you guys for checking out this episode.
Coming from a League of Legends player, I don't really mind that.
So, God, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. We'll see you guys later. Have a great night, everybody. Goodbye.